Boar's Head is bringing a slice of Japan to the deli. Introducing Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. Tender, slow-roasted chicken breast, coated in our signature teriyaki glaze, where ginger, garlic, and a hint of brown sugar meet for a flavor that's both sweet and savory. New Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. The bold flavor of Japan. Now at the deli. Only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call Ghost.
What's going on, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. This is episode number 291. Number 291 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And if you haven't already done so, please spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. And, of course, folks, follow us on Twitter. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost, folks, all right? And once again, we got all kinds of buttons right next to the player, right in front of you right there, all kinds of Facebook like buttons. Retweet this button, share this buttons, use and abuse those buttons, baby, all right? It's just a freaking click, for Christ's sake. Anyway, folks, let's get right into the crux of the matter, folks. A lot of news to talk about today. I hope the trolls don't turn this into a bathhouse Thursday. Because they almost turned it into a Fruit Bowl Wednesday yesterday, folks. But let's go on. Guess who's coming to Texas? Donald Trump is coming to Texas, baby. He's out here in Dallas, Texas right now. He's going to be in Houston, Texas. Tomorrow he's going to go down to San Antonio, which I'm going to try to buy a ticket to. The tickets range from about $1,000 to about $250,000. So I'm going to try to see if I can do something of that nature. If I can, I will do a broadcast tomorrow. I'm not necessarily sure. I understand the luncheon that is going to happen tomorrow in favor of Donald Trump, a Donald Trump luncheon. It's going to start at 12, and it's going to last all the way till about 3 or 4. So I'm not really sure if I actually have the time to do so. You know, I mean, I'm still messing around with the markets. I'm day trading, trying to gain some liquidity, folks. And if you folks have not seen the markets, well, by God, guess who decided not to increase interest rates? None other than Janet Helen Yellen. All right, I'm serious. Did everybody see the goddamn stock market today, for Christ's sake? I mean, the reason the equities markets went up today is because Janet Yellen not only said that she's not going to raise interest rates in June, which she alluded to about a couple of months ago, but she's also alluding to the fact that she may slow the onset of interest rates based upon the economic activity of America. So, of course, every one of these damn mutual funds, these hedge fund managers, and everybody who's really in the damn stock market anyway, they had a circle jerk around this particular news and decided to go ahead and pump this market even more. Let me go ahead and read to you what's going on here. Dow Jones Industrials is up today 92.93 points. All right? Closing out the Dow Jones Industrials at 17,733.10 points, an increase of 0.53%. I actually saw it as high today as about over 1%, 1.2% today on the day. It was great volatility. I loved it. I mean, a lot of liquidity to be made, especially during these pump and dump episodes of the damn stock market, for Christ's sake. I'm serious. I'm not kidding around. All right? I mean, these are the times where if you have the ability to go out and day trade, this is the type of environment that you want. All right? I mean, this is the type of environment that you goddamn want. I'm not joking. All right? I mean, I'm sitting over here looking at this market, for Christ's sake. First of all, I don't even understand why the market is still going up. I mean, this is all wishful thinking by these goddamn investors out here. And as I've said time and time again, there are no more individual investors in this market, folks. It's all mutual fund managers, hedge fund managers, large billion-dollar money managers. These are the ones that are basically manipulating this market. There ain't no individual investors anymore, and that's what has to change in the next administration. Now, let's get to the NASDAQ, shall we? The NASDAQ is up, believe it or not, man. I mean, it's up 9.98 points, an increase of 0.21%, closing out the NASDAQ at 4,844.91 points. I mean, we're almost hitting NASDAQ 5,000, and I don't understand why. I know that there's some tech companies that are doing fairly well, and I guess those big, huge conglomerates are the ones that are keeping this damn index afloat, in my personal opinion, but I just don't understand why. Now, you can't say the same thing for the S&P 500. The S&P 500 has taken it in the teeth for the past, I would say, 9 to 12 months. You take a look at the S&P. It was up today, but not much. It was up 6.49 points, an increase of 0.31%, closing out the S&P 500 at 2,077.99 points. I mean, that doesn't sound very good. And let me tell you, because the stocks increased, you know as well as I, folks, if you are, if you've been listening to the True Capitalist Radio for a long time, you know whenever you see an increase in equities, you're going to see a decrease in commodities. And that's exactly what we've been seeing, folks. That's exactly what we have been seeing, a decrease in commodities, because let me tell you, a lot of these people are pulling out their money out of commodities and put it in the stocks, since you got Janet Yellen over here claiming that not only is she not going to raise interest rates in June, she is going to basically halt the idea of raising interest rates on a gradual basis based on the economic productivity of America. So we shall see what happens. But let me tell you, precious metals, energy, everything took it on the teeth today. But I would hold steady, folks. I would hold steady. We're on the brink of an international escalation of potential warfare, and whenever there's warfare, the increase in oil goes up the roof. Because, folks, I mean, what fuels those tanks? What fuels those Humvees? What fuels those Jeeps? What fuels the artillery? What fuels generators? What fuels planes? I mean, what fuels battleships? I can go on and on. Oil, baby. So right now, what I'm seeing out here in the energy markets is I'm seeing investors cashing out and putting those profits they got in the commodities markets right into the equities markets to try to get more and faster liquidity. All right? Now, let's take a look at the energy, because it did take it in the freaking teeth today. I mean, majorly. All right? WTI sweet crude, folks, was down $1.98. All right? A decrease of, get this, 4.12% decrease, man. All right, closing out WTI sweet crude at $46.03. All right, you can tell these goddamn investors cashed out and basically took the profits they got from the commodities and put it right into equities, for Christ's sake. But that's going to be short-lived, folks. That's going to be short-lived. We got Brent crude, folks, of course, which Brent crude is the oil consumed by Europe. It closed out today at $47.04. All right, basically decreasing $1.93, percentage decrease of 3.94% on the day. God damn! I mean, good Lord! I'm telling you, folks, whenever you see an increase in equities, always remember that you're going to see a decrease in commodities. I mean, that's the way it always has been. That's the way traditional investing has always been, all right? Now, let's take a look at precious metals, folks, because it didn't take it as much on the teeth, but still took it in the teeth, all right? We've got gold, all right, down today, $6.30, a decrease of 0.49%, closing out gold at $1,282 even. All right, I mean, we're still not too far away from $1,300 as it pertains to gold. I'm still bullish on commodities. I'm telling you this right now, and this is just investors offsetting profits that have been made here in the past 3-4 months in commodities, cashing out those damn commodity profits and putting them into equities. I mean, this is basically all this is. I mean, there is no news to justify the decrease in commodities outside of Janet Yellen not increasing interest rates. All right. Now, of course, silver, it took it a little harder on the teeth here. It was down 30 cents, a decrease of 1.70%, closing out silver at $17.21 per troy ounce. All right, so once again, I mean, you take a look at commodities, I mean, everything is in the red. Gold, energy, even agriculture. The only thing that I can see here in agriculture that's, on the upside is cotton. All right, cotton is up today 2.06%, up $1.31, closing out today at $64.93. So, I mean, that's the only thing that I can see on the board here that had any kind of increase as it relates to commodities. Now, once again, I have always said, when you see an increase in the goddamn stock market, you're going to see a decrease in commodities, and that's what we've seen here. All right, now, why is the increase in stock market happening? Has nothing to do with earnings, has nothing to do with beating the street's expectations, has everything to do with Janet Yellen, all right, the head of the Federal Reserve, deciding not to increase interest rates like she announced a few months ago in June. She is not going to do it, and has alluded to the fact that she is going to slow up the pace of potential announced interest rate increases because of the economic situation in America. So once again, I don't really know when the hell she's going to increase interest rates. I'm almost willing to bet that she may do it either right before the election or after the election. If she does it after the election, folks, you're going to see a retraction, all right, an economic contraction, I should say, because I'm telling you this right now, people are not used to getting increased interest rates as it relates to lent monies, all right? The whole reason why our whole economy is afloat is because the interest rate to lend money, to be able to be lent money, is at a very low rate at this point in time. And that's the only thing keeping the economy afloat, folks. I mean, that's the only thing keeping the real estate market afloat is the low interest rates. That's the only thing keeping the car market afloat. That's the only thing keeping durable goods markets afloat. I mean, credit, low interest credit. And let me tell you, people are, basically ruining their credit. They're ruining it, all right, because there's so many low interest rates out here, so many credit cards and secured loan people willing to give out loans to folk. And I think it was a couple of shows ago, I had a young man ask me if he should take out a loan to get a truck for his business, and I discouraged the young man because I told him that, look, we're heading down towards a crash, and the last thing you want is to have a secured debt during the time of an economic recession, folks. If y'all remember back in 2008 and 2009 when the economic recession happened, the bank started recalling loans back, depending on the bank, especially if the bank was about to go under. And this is the same thing that happened during the Great Depression back during World War II, pre-World War II. What happened is that the banks had a run at the banks, all right? They didn't have the money to suffice, their ongoing investments, their loans, and so on and so forth. So what they do is they recall the secured loans back. Whether it's a business loan, whether it's a home loan, whether it's a car loan, whatever the case might be. And when they call those loans back, they expect you to have the money. Believe it or not, I know that you folks don't understand this. I think that you need to read the fine print whenever you sign your name on the dotted line to anything secured debt-wise. And you need to realize that at any point, that financial institution has the right to recall that loan at any time. And the last thing you want is to have a secured loan during the time of an economic recession. Because if your bank happens to be underfunded in its capital, all right, because of bad foreclosures, bad loans, a run at the banks, whatever the case might be, they're going to recall your loan. And when they recall your loan, that's it. That's what caused the Great Depression, folks, to be honest with you. All right? I mean, that's really what caused the goddamn Great Depression, was the fact that the banks, because they had a run at the banks, all right, they had to recall loans from folks that had loans out for businesses, cars, homes, and that's what put many people out in the street. I mean, I'm not joking, folks. That's what made the Great Goddamn Depression. So that's why I alluded to that young man who called me, a couple of days ago, when he wanted to potentially take out a secured loan to get a truck so he could start his own business. I discouraged the young man, not because I don't want him to be an entrepreneur, but because I have seen this time and time again, and we are going to witness another economic contraction here, and it's only a matter of time. I mean, as you can see, look at what the Federal Reserve did by not raising interest rates and how it artificially brought up the stock market, which is fledgling, for Christ's sake, because there ain't no earnings, pumping this market into the green. I mean, there ain't no legitimate financial reason why these stocks should be increasing whatsoever. So once again, this just goes to show you how rigged this system really is. And the only thing you can do as an individual investor is to be able to calculate these particular games and be able to invest and be able to gain some liquidity for yourself and be able to take that liquidity and put it into long-term asset investment, or keep the liquidity itself and stash it away so when the crash happens, and I am encouraging everybody who is a young person, all right, there is going to be a crash. When it happens, be able to sustain yourself, be able to live your life, whatever the case might be able to have enough cash on hand, because I'm telling you, they're going to bail out the whole goddamn thing again. We've seen this over and over and over. And when they bail out the whole system again, and it's going to be the last time they're going to be able to bail it out. Let's put it this way, all right? But when they bail it out again, we're going to see the same thing that happened in 2009 to now happen again. Now, folks, you can look back at the archive, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Every one of my shows are timed, dated, and stamped. All right? I started True Capitalist Radio. All right? When I changed the name from True Conservative Radio to True Capitalist Radio during the time that the Dow Jones Industrials was like 7,000 or 8,000 points. All right? I mean, we've reached over 18,000, close to 19,000 points here within the past year. All right? So if you would have listened to yours truly, folks, and I had always said that even if you don't have enough money to invest in large sums of stocks, the least you could do is put away so many some odd dollars each month of your earnings, and instead of putting it in the bank, start value investing into Dow Jones Industrial stocks. Folks, any stock on the Dow Jones Industrial is a blue chip stock, all right? It's a blue chip stock. Anytime you see the Dow Jones Industrials tank, that means the majority of the damn economy is tanking. I think there's almost like 30-something companies that comprises the Dow Jones Industrial, all right? So if you would have listened to yours truly back when I was broadcasting as True Capitalist Radio during the time when the Dow Jones Industrials was 9,000, 8,000, 7,000 points, and you would have just every month, even if it was just $200, $150, $300 a month, whatever the case might be, if you would have taken that money and just thrown a dart at any stock in the Dow Jones Industrials and invested in it, you would have made some major capital from 2009 to now. All right? I mean, I did it, baby. I mean, I don't understand. I hope y'all did it. I did it. And let me tell you something, folks. Not only do the Dow Jones Industrial stocks basically increase in value, a lot of these stocks pay dividends. Quarterly dividends, yearly dividends, which is more income that is correlated with these stocks in the Dow Jones Industrials. Moreover, the Dow Jones Industrial stocks are typically utilized as collateral if you want to take a loan out with a financial institution. All right? I mean, they will actually legitimately utilize Dow Jones Industrial blue chip stock as means of collateral if you wanted to take a home loan out, or if you wanted to take a loan out for a business, so on and so forth. I mean, that's the whole concept of being a capitalist, to obtain capital, to obtain net worth. And how do you gain net worth? By attaining assets and keeping those assets and gaining more assets, stocks, old collectibles, cars, gold, silver, real estate, artwork, you can name it, whatever the case might be. You want to maintain so many assets so a rainy day comes around, you can start liquidating like it's no big deal and continue to sustain your lifestyle while at the same time trying to recapitalize any potential losses that happen during an economic contraction. You understand? And that's why yours truly is still sipping on Blue Label, kicking back, living lavish, even though everybody in America seems to be taking in the teeth. The reason I'm doing it, folks, is because I saw ahead of time. I've been around already. I already know that what comes up must come down, all right? And you always got a plan. You always have to plan for the future, even if you don't expect to be around in the future. How the hell do you know? How the hell do you know you're not going to be alive till you're 85 years old, 90 years old? You don't know that. And even if you aren't, who cares? You'll be living lavish until you die. I mean, that's the whole purpose of being a capitalist, folks. So anyway, I want to go ahead and just brush up on the markets a little bit, because I know that there are folks that listen in that appreciate the commentary that I give on this particular subject matter. So we're going to go ahead and move on, folks. Before we got into the financial talk, we did discuss Donald Trump coming to Texas, baby. You know what I'm saying? And the reason he's coming to Texas is to fundraise. I mean, there's a lot of money out here in Texas. I mean, we've been the fastest growing state as far as business is concerned for the past 4 to 5, 6 years in a row. All right, we've got headquarters moving to Texas, baby. You want to know why? No state income tax, all right? Very low corporate tax, all right? I mean, the corporate tax that I pay, you got to pay, I believe, 1% if you make over $500,000 in Texas, all right? You got to pay 1% corporate tax to the state if you happen to be making over $500,000. I believe it may be $750,000 next year or this year. But it's brilliant for corporate business. It's brilliant for business out here. I mean, there is so much money out here in Texas. That's why you got corporations moving out here, boy. You understand that? And by the way, folks, there ain't no unions out here in Texas. This is an at-will work state, all right? You work at your own will, all right? You ain't no union going to muscle anybody around out here, all right? So that's another reason why you got corporations moving out here in Texas, boy. You understand that? Anyway, let me move on to another subject matter. Let's talk a little bit about Barack Obama. Oh, this son of a bitch, he finally goes down to Orlando to the shooting scene and claims that his heart goes out to the victims and the families. I did not realize this fucking psychopath, excuse my French, even has a heart. I didn't even know this scumbag even had a heart. But folks, we're learning more and more about this particular, individual that supposedly went into this Orlando gay club and started, doing a la snack bar session out here in this particular gay club. We're starting to recognize, folks, that this man was radicalized by his mujahideen father, Sadiq Mateen, who is, was a mujahideen fighter back during the Russia-Afghan war. This man was radicalizing his son. And did you see what he said, for Christ's sake, here recently? All right? Omar Mateen, his father stated the following, that it is Pulse nightclub's fault for not stopping his son. All right? I mean, doesn't that sound like an Obama talking point? And it makes perfect sense why Sadiq Mateen, the father of the Orlando shooter, would say such a thing. Because this is the exact same thing that Obama told us during that ridiculous dumbass speech. He was sitting here and saying that it was our fault that Omar Mateen went into a damn Orlando gay club and did an a la snack bar session. That it's America's fault and that we should be punished. I mean, that's what this goddamn leftist, liberal, bedwetting, hippie, treasonous president is saying. He's saying it's your fault that Omar Mateen went a la snack bar. How do you feel about that, boy? It's your fault, huh? And now you've got Omar Mateen's father, Sadiq Mateen, Mr. Mujahideen from the goddamn Russia-Afghan war, who thinks he's now the president of the freaking part of Afghanistan out here, who bought satellite time in America to broadcast in the region of southern Pakistan and northern Afghanistan. All right, I mean, this is a fact. This is an absolute fact. Not to mention, folks, have y'all seen some of these pictures of Sadiq Mateen? And I've tweeted some of them. If you haven't been following me, I don't know what the hell your problem is. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. Sadiq Mateen visited the White House. Oh, yeah, there's a picture of him right there, in front of a freaking White House emblem, for Christ's sake, like he was visiting the press corps. I mean, do you understand this, folks? This stinks to high hell, all right? I mean, first of all, Omar Mateen worked for a contractor, a major contractor that is working for Homeland Security, all right? I mean, do you understand this, right? I mean, he worked for a contractor that is working for Homeland Security, all right? Secondly, you got this idiot's father out here, ex-Mujahideen fighter, out here promoting this kind of radicalist, pro-Taliban, pro-Islamic Mujahideen nonsense via a satellite. And you mean to tell me the FBI and the CIA didn't know anything about this? Huh? Is that what you're trying to tell me? You're trying to tell me that the FBI, the CIA, they didn't know anything about this son of a bitch? Give me a break, all right? Give me a goddamn break. This stinks to high hell, and I'm going to be completely honest with you, and we're going to talk about this in the third hour, all right? We're going to talk about false flags and the legality of false flags post-2012, post-2013, all right? Do you understand what I'm saying, folks? I mean, I know there's a lot of people that are going to say tinfoil hat and so on and so forth. I don't really give a crap, all right? But the bottom line is that our government is not beneath pulling off false flag attacks in an attempt to mobilize the United States into believing a perspective, into vying for war, in this case, calling for the abolishment of the Second Amendment, all right? Now, we're going to get to that in the third hour, but I do want to allude to the fact that I am not entirely certain that what they're saying happened in Orlando actually happened. All right, now we'll leave it at that, but I'm going to continue to go along with the charade that Omar Mateen, a man who worked for a major contractor for Homeland Security, whose father was a radicalized mujahideen that was brought into this country via the CIA. You can look that up, all right? I mean, all this government connection with this person, it's disgusting. It stinks. Moreover, folks, I just don't believe, first of all, that this president can sit here with a straight face and claim that it's our fault if this particular incident was actually a real incident and not a false flag. I mean, it would make sense why Barack Obama has no qualms in blaming America and waving his finger in our faces if this wasn't even a real event, all right? Now, I'm not going to say, I'm going to continue to talk as if it was a legitimate event, but the more and more I start looking at these so-called victims, the people that were there, I just don't believe that these people are actually telling the truth. I'm seeing a lot of people sobbing with no tears. I'm seeing people smiling during interviews, even though they supposedly witnessed an attack that killed people right in front of them. Some people held people while they're supposedly dying in their arms. And they're laughing about this. They're smiling about it, all right? Moreover, folks, I don't know if y'all saw, I tweeted a video of this one older lady, Jesus Christ, what the hell's her name? Christina Christine Lenolin, I think, or Leninin, or whatever the hell her name is, for Christ's sake. I tweeted a video that showed her with Matt Lauer having an interview. And the funny part about this particular clip was the fact that it looked as if, blatantly looked as if, that this was filmed in front of a green screen. Now, if you haven't looked at the clip in general, folks, I strongly advise you to go to my Twitter account, PoliticsGhost, look back in that timeline, and see that if you look in this woman's glasses, all right, this woman's glasses, you can see lights and different cameras and teleprompters glaring through her glasses. Now, remember, they're supposed to be taping outside during daylight, right? Moreover, I'd like to also emphasize that there is a lack of depth of field in that particular clip with Matt Lauer and this, what is this, Christine Leninin. All right, I'm serious. I'm not joking. Moreover, folks, all right, I find another clip that shows her first. This is before the Matt Lauer interview, where those same glasses that she has on are dark. Now, why are they darker? Well, that's because she has progressive, what do you call it, those progressive lenses? You know, those ones that, those transition lenses, or whatever the hell you call them, you know, when you go outside, they automatically get dark. Now, you see, folks, I tweeted both of those clips. All right, I tweeted the first one that showed the glare of her being in front of a green screen. And look at her glasses, all right? Look at her damn glasses. You can see it. And you take a look at the first clip when she was actually interviewed outside, her glasses were dark because she has transition lenses. So this stinks to high hell. And one more thing before I move on. Matt Lauer, in that green screen interview, he asked her, well, we have not been able to identify your son. We've looked on the city website. Your son is not named as one of the victims. So where is your son? I mean, this woman hasn't even located her goddamn son. And to be honest with you, if you want my personal opinion, I don't think she has a son, folks. I don't believe she has one, all right? In my personal opinion. If she does, it ain't that kid that supposedly died in the goddamn club shooting, all right? Now, I found her channel, folks. I don't know if you folks know. She actually has a channel on YouTube. And on one of these particular clips, she shows herself in an old clip of her when she was, believe it or not, at the Michigan Police Academy. Oh, that's right. A law enforcement tie to this kookster, all right? Folks, just YouTube search Christine Leninin, all right? And you'll find her goddamn YouTube channel. She puts a clip of herself wanting to apply for, not Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, all right? And moreover, there is a clip this is the clip. It says, girls can do pull-ups, okay? And it shows her doing these pull-ups when she was at the supposed Michigan Police Academy. Now, you see how all these goddamn people are starting to be connected to some level of government bureaucracy, especially law enforcement, huh? I mean, I'm just saying, we're going to talk more about false flags in the third hour, but I don't necessarily believe what the hell the media is telling us as it relates to this particular event, all right? And even if it is a false flag event and we capture the government with this false flag activity, it's legal. You understand that? It is legal. And I tweeted the article in which the government passed the bill that made government-made propaganda legal in America. All right? So, and believe it or not, that happened 5 months. All right? 5 months before the goddamn the Sandy Hook shooting. 5 months before the Sandy Hook shooting, for Christ's sake.
Boar's Head is bringing a slice of Japan to the deli. Introducing Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. Tender, slow-roasted chicken breast, coated in our signature teriyaki glaze, where ginger, garlic, and a hint of brown sugar meet for a flavor that's both sweet and savory. New Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. The bold flavor of Japan. Now at the deli. Only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
So give me a break. Anyway, I don't want to talk too much about false flags here, but I strongly advise you to do your own research. Research the individuals that are being interviewed. Notice that the footage that they showed us as it related to people carrying victims, it's that RT Rupley footage, the footage from RT. And as a matter of fact, what the hell is RT doing there, all right? Across the street from the Dunkin' Donuts in a little grassy area in back of Radio Shack. What the hell were they doing there? And moreover, they were the ones that captured these victims being carried away by supposed people that were helping, And folks, what is really, really odd is that the people that they're saving, that are supposedly bleeding, that are supposedly shot, they're carrying those folks back to the scene of the crime. That doesn't even make any sense. You understand what I'm saying? That doesn't even make any goddamn sense. Moreover, folks, I strongly advise you to research the fact that the police claim that they blew out a hole in the back of the club in order to go in and kill this idiot Omar Mateen. Now, if you take a look at some of the pictures that are coming out as it relates to the Pulse nightclub, all right, there are not just one hole in the back of the club. There are like 4 or 5 different holes. Moreover, 2 different media accounts claim different responsibilities for those holes. One of them suggests that they were blown up with some improvised explosive by the federal agents or by authorities, and the other stated, this was BBC that stated this, that it was some sort of armored vehicle that made these holes in the back of the club. All right? Now, what I don't understand is, why would they need a hole in the back of the club? There are about 3 or 4 different entrances that SWAT team and the tactical force could have utilized to penetrate that particular perimeter. All right? So once again, a lot of these things are just not adding up. It's just not adding up. I'm sorry. It's just not adding up one bit. And moreover, folks, I would like for you all to maybe research the insurance implication of this particular goddamn club. How much are they going to get paid, huh? You know that the government, because of terrorism, if you incur over $5 million in damage due to terrorism, that there's a goddamn insurance fund for every business in America that incurs over $5 million in damages. The government will recoup that capital and give you the money and then some. And that's excluding their private insurers, okay? So once again, it all makes sense, doesn't it? It all makes sense. And look, what did they do with Sandy Hook after the Sandy Hook shootings? They tore down the building. Why would they tear down the building? I mean, I'm sure there's gang loads of evidence in there. They tore it down. Guess what they're going to do to this Pulse nightclub, folks? It came out of LA Times about 20 hours ago. They're going to tear it down. They're going to tear it down, and they're going to rebuild, for Christ's sake. So, once again, all right, I don't believe a goddamn word they're telling us about this. But, if we want to go on with the charade, let's go along with it. I mean, this Omar Mateen was radicalized by his daddy. His daddy was affiliated with the CIA because he was a Mujahideen fighter during the Russian-Afghan war. He was brought into this country via the CIA. They knew who he was. I mean, Omar Mateen's father visited the goddamn White House, for Christ's sake, and there's pictures out there to prove it. There's pictures out there to prove it. So what kind of deal does he have with Obama, boy? Huh? What kind of deal does Sadiq Mateen, the father of the Orlando shooter, have with Barack Obama? It's no wonder why Obama's blaming America. It's no wonder why Obama's blaming the Second Amendment. It's no wonder why Obama's doing all this garbage. It's a bunch of crap. They set this crap up, man. And not to mention, I'm not particularly comfortable with all the news coming out of this region either, First, it's that voice girl that miraculously dies with no camera phone or anywhere of this particular tragedy in the vicinity, even though they had this voice girl, Gimme. They had her last performance on a camera phone, and yet they didn't have the goddamn shooting on a camera phone. I mean, give me a goddamn break. And then we've got this Gator kids meal out here in goddamn Disney. I mean, no pun intended. I'm just saying. You got this 2-year-old wandering into a goddamn swamp, getting chomped up by a goddamn alligator. I'm just saying, folks. I mean, there's a lot of things coming out of Florida, a lot of news that's got people discombobulated. And in my personal opinion, man, I'm sorry. I just can't. I don't believe it. All right. Now, I'm not claiming to know what the answers are. I'm not claiming that. Oh, I know who did this. I know who's in charge of this. But I can tell you this: the first thing that these idiots have done, because of this supposed tragedy, is try to take away our constitutionally protected Second Amendment rights. All right? And I'm not going to let them do it. I'm not going to let them do it. I did not opt into Sharia law. All right? I did not opt into, getting dominated by a bunch of wild Yehudis, for Christ's sake. I didn't sign up for this crap. And for you folks that are out there saying, oh, you're tinfoil hat ghost. You have tinfoil hat on. Oh, yeah? Why don't you take a look at my goddamn Twitter, folks, right here. I mean, here it is on Foreign Policy Magazine, all right? Here, U.S. repeals propaganda law, all right? Or propaganda ban spreads government-made news to Americans, all right? Now, let me read you a little bit of this from Foreign Policy Magazine, since some of you jerk dicks, want to continue to still live in La La Land, all right? Let me read this for you a little bit, all right? This is out of Foreign Policy Magazine. This was written by John Hudson. This was July 14, 2013 article, all right? It says, for decades, a so-called anti-propaganda law prevented the U.S. government's mammoth broadcasting arm from delivering programming to the American audiences. But on July 2nd, that came silently to an end with the implementation of a new reform passed in January. The result, an unleashing of thousands of hours per week of government-funded radio and TV programs for domestic U.S. consumption in a reform initially criticized as a green light for U.S. domestic propaganda efforts. There it is, right there, you idiot. All right? U.S. propaganda, U.S. created television programming, completely legal. All right? So you can take your tinfoil hat and shove it right up your clogged up field of burn asses, all right? All right, this is Foreign Policy Magazine, all right? Right here. All right? John Hudson, July 14, 2013. U.S. repeals propaganda ban, spreads government-made news to Americans. So, shove it up your ass. I also want you to go check out Operation Northwoods. All right, that's a declassified document by the CIA where they talk about hijacking an airplane to create a false flag so that they could induce a war with Cuba. Do you understand this, folks? I mean, you morons that think that our government is above this nonsense, you're a goddamn fool, all right? You're an idiot. Look this crap up for yourself. Operation Northwoods. This was a operation that was attempted to be facilitated in the 60s. The only reason it didn't happen is because John Kennedy flipped out when he realized that this is what the CIA was doing, for Christ's sake. All right? So give me a break. Give me a goddamn break. So I'm just saying, folks, I mean, y'all can sit here and continue to live in La La Land all you goddamn want to. I live in reality. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything you can do about the garbage that our government's doing, the propaganda, the false flags. I'm not going to lie to you and say, oh, yeah, you can go out, revolution. No, you can't. But you see, folks, why do you think the government is putting propaganda on people? Because they have to battle for the consciousness of the American people so that it can validate whatever totalitarian laws that they implement. Do you understand that? That's democracy, mob rule. That's what this government is playing, you stupid moron. But no, y'all want to keep saying that, oh, no, you're a conspiracy theorist. Jesus Christ. What a joke, man. What a freaking joke. Anyway, folks, breaking news here. I'm looking at this here. Apparently, and this is just straight off the hot wire. I don't mean to be, switching up the broadcast here, but this is breaking news. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un dead after apparent suicide attack. Oh, man. Oh, Chairman Kim Jong-un is no longer around. This is according to Pyongyang's state-run media. Good God, are you kidding me? The attack on Kim Jong-un was carried out at around 1400 hours local time in Pyongyang district the Pongtongang district of Pyongyang. Mr. Kim was attending the commemoration of a new state built on the banks of the Pongtong River when a female spectator burst past security barricades and sprinted his direction. Mr. Kim's bodyguards drew their weapons, but before they had a chance to fire upon the female, she detonated a device which is believed to be a suicide belt. The ensuing blast seriously wounded Kim, and despite being rushed to a nearby hospital, he was pronounced dead on arrival. Oh! Woo! What happened there, Kim Jong-un, huh? You thought you were a bad man, huh? You fat cheese-eating bastard! Rest in piss! Rest in piss, Kim Jong-un! How you like that? You stupid son of a bitch. I'm telling you, that is fate kicking him right in his fat jelly ass right there. All right? That's fate kicking him right in his fat jelly ass. Oh, my God. Anyway, let me continue with this article. This is out of the East Asia Tribune. There exists a power vacuum among North Korea's elite, with the younger Kim conducting a series of purges. Remember that? Those purges aimed at consolidating his power in recent times. Oh, my God. What a groundbreaking news story here. Just off the hot wire right here. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un dead. All right? He's dead. He's gone. All right? You know, some woman came in from a crowd out here and did a la snack bar on this son of a bitch. Well, I doubt she was an Arab because they don't allow freaking Muslims in North Korea. But let me tell you, I kind of expected this, to be honest with you. I'm surprised that Kim Jong-un even lived this long. This son of a bitch announced to his people, what was it, a month and a half ago, to get ready for famine? Yeah, get ready for famine. You think that people that are starving are just going to sit over there and starve to death? Absolutely not, all right? Let me tell you something. Rest in piss there, Kim Jong-un. The man is dead. The man is dead. Oh, my God. And this is according to the state-run media. So I wonder if North Koreans are going to cry themselves to death. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember when Kim Jong-il died and Kim Il-sung died? When Kim Il-sung died, which is Kim Jong-il's father, when Kim Il-sung died, believe it or not, the state-run media claimed that over 20,000 people cried themselves to death. All right? I'm not kidding around. I mean, take a look at the YouTube footage of Kim Il-sung's death, and take a look at all the people that are crying like, petulant children. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, once again, man, I was talking a little bit about this Orlando shooting and about how Obama is paying lip service, no pun intended, to the Orlando shooting victims, supposedly. But, man, this is straight off the hot wire. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un dead after an apparent suicide attack by a woman with a suicide belt. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. I wonder if people are going to cry themselves to death now. Oh, my God. Unfreaking believable. that's a shocker. That's a shocker. Anyway, folks, unbelievable. Let me move on to the next subject matter. I did not expect that. I'll tell you that right now. I did not expect Kim Jong-un to be dead as a doornail, but he's gone, all right? He's gone. Kim Jong-un, he's gone. All right, here. Hey, Kim Jong-un. Let me say cheers here. I want to say cheers to that suicide bomber chick who's probably, half starving herself to death, probably eating second harvest, thanks to this son of a bitch and his, his announcement of famine. Cheers for, taking out some stupid, fat, cheese-eating son of a bitch who thinks he can go out and, take whatever damn gunpowder's left in his firecracker factory, put it in some makeshift missile, and blast it off in hopes of trying to get some money from the international community, all right? I want to say cheers to that suicide, famine chick that killed Kim Jong-un. Cheers, baby. Cheers. Oh man, I'm telling you. I mean, I'm in shock. I'm in shock. Not that I care about the man. I'm just saying. I mean, you're the head of state, Kim Jong-un, wherever the hell you are. You probably got a pitchfork up your ass that belongs to Satan right now. But I don't know what you were thinking. You were a head of state and you didn't have your security apparatus make sure to check all these freaking people that are around you, for Christ's sake. I mean, give me a break. Anyway, folks, I want to take some Twitter shout-outs, and then when I take some Twitter shout-outs, I want to take some calls here. I want to hear what you have to say about Kim Jong-un's death. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. Anyway, folks, if you want a Twitter shout-out right here now, live on the broadcast, all you've got to do is retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account, and the tweet to retweet is True Capitalist Radio Now Live. True Capitalist Radio Now Live, all right? And when you retweet that tweet, I will give you a Twitter shout-out right here live on the broadcast, all right? All right, here we go. Do we got any Twitter shout-outs, engineer? All right, well, let's get to some Twitter shout-outs right now. Woo! Anyway, who do we got here? We've got James Haysdale, the Green Leader in the house. What's going on? We got CK Smith 08. What's going on, man? We've got Lord Polk in the house. Tectonic Bureaucrat. Really, man? Come on now. We've got, what is this? Garrett N. Sly in the house. Omar-15. Oh, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Z Frostwire Creations in the house. What's going on? We've got somebody, Watch Stossel. What the hell is Watch Stossel? We got Run Capitalist in the house. We got Undertale for Plague. Oh, come on! We've got LaBoot in the house. Once again, if you want a Twitter shout-out right here, right now, live on the broadcast, all you got to do, retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account, baby, all right? It's that damn simple. All right? We've got Kim Jong-boom. Oh! Kim Jong-boom. I love it. We got Ghosterson Cooper. Shove it up your pooper, all right? We've got Gators with Guns. Gators with Guns. Jesus Christ. Martial law for all. Are you serious? That's not even something to be trolling about, you sick son of a bitch. Anyway, we've got Brooke Yo Ho Ho Ho. We've got Sergeant Brexit in the house. Gator Tots. Oh, Jesus Christ! Damn it! Damn it! Gator Tots, assholes! Gator Tots! Jesus Christ, you're sick sons of bitches, all of you, man. You're sick sons of bitches. Oh, my God. Gator Tots, assholes? Oh, my God. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Jesus Christ, you troll terrorists and cyber vermin are sick. You're sick. We got 6 feet under 6 foot Kim Jong under. 6 foot Kim Jong under. Oh, that's great, man. Bowling with Asho. Okay. Somebody called the horse liquor. Really, asshole? We've got somebody saying Orlando Psyop. somebody named Orlando Psyop. I don't blame you, boy. Communist subversion. Give me a break. We've got 2 hours of Alex Jones Jr. Look, shove it up your ass. Don't compare me to Alex Jones, man. I saw what he said about me on Reddit, that son of a bitch. I saw it. Anyway, we've got Disney baby back ribs. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. You're sick. I'm telling you, you people are not right in the head. You troll terrorists and cyber vermin are not right in the head. You're not right. I'm telling you, you're not right in the head. We got Ghost New Brzezinski. Don't compare me to that son of a bitch. That guy's a sick, twisted prick. Don't compare me to that asshole either. We got Canada Thanks You Ghost. Hey, you got the Canadians even appreciating what's going on over here on True Capitalist Radio. We got Brony Drumming in the house. Once again, you want a Twitter shout-out, all you got to do is retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account, baby, and I will give you a Twitter shout-out live on the broadcast right now. Who else do we got going on over here? I turn toddlers into food. Look, that's enough of this crap. I'm serious. That's enough of this sick, twisted crap. True Tinfoil Radio. Look, if you don't like it, get out. No one's asking your ass to sit here and listen to me, all right? Get out if you don't like it, you piece of trash. I'm telling you, you don't like it, get the hell out of here, you urinal cake curators. That's all you are. Urinal cake curators. Each and every one of you scumbags, they're sitting here trying to troll me, boy. Jesus Christ. We got TCA Trucker in the house. We got Capitalist UK in the place, Novelty Best in the house, Tank Dempsey, Leave BTR Ghost. What? No, why am I going to leave BTR for, baby? You understand? They're censoring everybody everywhere else. I mean, BTR, we got a good relationship going on, all right? They understand what I'm doing here, all right? So don't sit here and tell me to go somewhere else. I like BTR. They've treated me very well throughout the damn years, boy. We got Dodo Man in the house. Fruity Jehudi. Fruity Jehudi. Is that what we're going to call Omar Mateen now, the Fruity Jehudi? I mean, I actually like that. The Fruity Jehudi Omar Mateen. Woo! The Fruity Jehudi. Anyway, we got CDI Fan 237. We got Goodbye Dear Leader. Dear Leader, my ass. Are you kidding me? What kind of a leader is he? He can't even prevent himself from getting blown up by a woman. All right? I mean, that's oh, man, that's got to hurt. I bet you Kim Jong-un is in hell right now saying, oh, you a fucker, you a motherfucker. That's right, you fat bastard. Master Bar Brawler Omar. Good God, man. We got the Brony Network in the house. Ghostique Mateen, yeah, real fresh, asshole, real fresh. Gator Ruined Childhood. I mean, come on, man, enough of that crap, enough. We've got Dirt Pit in the house. We got Karaskin in the place. What's going on to Karaskin? We got regular TCA in the place. What's going on to Uncle Stryker in the house? President Brian in the place. What's going on? Garbage day for Venezuela, for Christ's sake. God, Jesus Christ. You people are sick. You people are sick, for Christ's sake, man. Jesus Christ. I mean, serious, man. Just stop it. Stop these sick trolls, man. You people are sick. There's something wrong with your head. There's something wrong with your head. Jesus Christ. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. That freaking mic, for Christ's sake, man. There's something wrong with you idiots' heads. I'll tell you that right goddamn now, boy. Anyway, we got Cody from California in the house. What's going on? We got Digital Aspect. 50 less listeners. What the hell is that supposed to mean, you scumbag? What the hell is that supposed to mean? We've got Portugal for Ghost. Double Tap at Pulse. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, we got Gulag Vice. Here we go with this crap. All right. I mean, come on, man. I mean, can we get a little serious here? All right. I mean, this show is serious business here. All right? I don't know why you people are trying to make a mockery of this great show. All right. I mean, do you understand that I am listened to by tens of thousands of people throughout the world? I'm listened to by tens of thousands of people throughout the world, baby. And I don't need you scumbags to sit here and besmirch the integrity of my show. I do not need you to besmirch the integrity of my show, boy. Anyway, we've got 50 fewer degenerate. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, come on! We've got Ghost is Handsome. Well, I guess if you like it, baby. We got Platinum Robo in the house. We've got Pint-Sized Capitalist. We've got Disney is Gatorland. Jesus Christ. Look, enough of this crap. We've got Torzier in the place. What's going on at Torzier? Sharia law for Twitter. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're under digital Sharia law on Twitter. Thanks, Jack, for selling us out to a goddamn wild Yehudi, Wahhabi, Saudi Arabian jack off. Oh, my God. Base Loler in the place. Who else do we got? Tinfoil text and just shove it up your ass, all right? Katrina ate my house. Look, that's enough. That's it, all right? That's it. This is why we cannot have nice things. Do you hear this? I'm not gonna give you idiots the satisfaction to sit here and make a mockery of my goddamn show. Do you understand that? I'm not gonna sit here and allow you scumbags to sit here and make a mockery of my show. Don't you understand? I'm listened to by tens of thousands of people throughout the world. My show is serious goddamn business, and I think you people need to understand that, boy. Anyway, let me calm down, folks. We are now in the second hour of the True Capitalist radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. If you haven't already done so, please bookmark the official website of the True Capitalist radio broadcast. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Good God, man. Where the hell was I, engineer? There's been so much news going on. What's going on here? Where am I at? Oh, okay. We were talking about how Kim Jong-un, breaking news, Kim Jong-un is dead. He has been killed by an apparent suicide bomber in his own country. What a fat cheese-eating chump. All right? Anyway, folks, I want to continue to go on. We got a lot of news to go through, so I'm just going to kind of skim through what we're going to go through today because we got sidetracked by a bunch of things, and then you got the Kim Jong-un thing happening, which is great news, by the way. I wonder what the hell's going to happen to old North Korea. Oh, my God. Anyway, did y'all hear that Oprah Winfrey endorses Hillary Rotten Clinton? Oh, isn't that great? Isn't that great, for Christ's sake? Shut up. Just shut up, Oprah, all right? You're just trying to endorse Hillary Rotten Clinton to go and pander to your woman demographic, you stupid, dumb, skankosaurus, balding, disgusting-looking lesbo wannabe broad. I mean, alleged lesbo, I guess I should say. I mean, you know, her and Gayle King, I don't know what the hell their problem is. They go on vacations together. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know, for Christ's sake. But you know what? I don't really care who you endorse, Oprah, all right? Why don't you go and just spew out the garbage that you're spewing out to these women out here and go make your money in media? We don't care who you endorse, you stupid, dumb, balded bitch. We don't care who you endorse. You're a fraud anyway, as far as I'm concerned. You're a goddamn fraud. And you're just as big of a fraud as Hillary Rotten Clinton, so just shut your stupid, fat, balding hole. Like we care who Oprah Winfrey is going to endorse. Shut your stupid, fat mouth, Oprah. You stupid, fat, skankosaurus slutbag. You socialist, schlonghead, sucking, fat, disgusting, on-the-stroll, having, bent over backwards, eating corn grits, phallic, fluffing, muff-diving piece of trash. Sick of hearing these people, these stars, these so-called celebrities out here. Oh, I'm voting for Hillary Rotten Clinton, even though she's a criminal, and even though she is a degenerate, even though she's a liar, I'm still voting for her. Shut up, Oprah, you fat, disgusting broad. Go eat a freaking ham sandwich or something. All right? Go suck on a goddamn beef rib or some stuff, you stupid fat fraud. Anyway, who cares, all right? Who cares who's endorsing Hillary Rotten, all right? I'm still waiting for the FBI to do their goddamn job and indict this stupid cunt. Excuse my French. Anyway, let me move on. Did y'all hear Bernie Sanders is finally ending his campaign here? Oh, it's over. What did I tell you? He's going to take all your Feel the Burn money and run, baby. And what did I tell you? He wasn't going to go for a third party. He wasn't going to go for a third party, even though Jill Stein, who is running under the Green Party ticket, invited Bernie Sanders to be the damn presidential nominee for the Green Party. He ain't going to do it. And you want to know why Bernie Sanders ain't going to do it, boy? Because the whole reason why he ran for president was to get your Feel the Burn money and run, baby. You understand? And ain't running for president. He's running home to Vermont, and he is retiring, living the life of luxury, thanks to you stupid idiots that actually believe this prostate-infected moron. You should all be ashamed of yourselves. I hope that you people feel like utter trash. All of you Feel the Burn assholes. I hope you all feel demoralized, dejected, pathetic, because you should. You should all be ashamed of yourself for even believing that this 75-year-old prostate-infected man even had a shot. And even if he did have a shot, he wasn't going to take the shot. He could have cut Hillary Clinton down to size by attacking her on this email scandal, and this dumb, stupid, socialist, ex-communist scumbag didn't even touch it. And that's proof to me that he was never a for-real candidate to begin with. And you idiots that took him serious, that's your effing problem. You're the idiots. You're the morons. You are the ones that got defrauded. You should look at yourself in the mirror and figure yourself out, because you're obviously a stupid, imbecilic follower that'll follow anybody who says anything. I mean, all Bernie Sanders did was come out and say, hey, I'm Bernie Sanders, and if you go and you vote for me, I promise I'll give you health care, I'll give you free college, I'll give you free everything. But you got to promise that you put your children into 40 years in a gulag, because that's socialism, and I'm Bernie Sanders, and you've got to get down on your knees right now and give me your money, because you need to feel the burn, because I'm feeling the burn right now in my 75-year-old prostate-infected crotch, and you need to taste it a little bit. So come on over here. Come on, I'm Uncle Bernie. Come on over here. Take your underwear off. Yeah, that's right. Come on over here. Take your underwear off. Give me a break. Shut up, Bernie. You're a piece of trash.
Boar's Head is bringing a slice of Japan to the deli. Introducing Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. Tender, slow-roasted chicken breast, coated in our signature teriyaki glaze, where ginger, garlic, and a hint of brown sugar meet for a flavor that's both sweet and savory. New Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. The bold flavor of Japan. Now at the deli. Only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, now Kim Jong-un isn't dead. Oh, great. Oh. Apparently, it's one of these satire Asian. I mean, I'm sick and tired of these satire article-generating pieces of trash. I mean, this is according to somebody who has actually done some more extensive research. I just searched the news right here. If you put Kim Jong-un into the damn search, the first thing that comes up is that he was assassinated, for Christ's sake. All right. So I don't know if this is a satire site. I hope it isn't. I hope it's actually for real. But seriously, these new satire sites, man, they need to be injected with cancer of the prick. All right, like The Onion, for Christ's sake. I mean, because there's actually people that believe the garbage that comes out of The Onion. I'm not joking around. Just like idiots used to go to Jon Stupid Dumbass Stewart for news and information, for Christ's sake. That's how come we're so stupid. So I hope that this is not a hoax, and if it is, somebody DDoS the hell out of that stupid dumbass site. I'm sick of satire sites. All right? I'm sick of this crap, for Christ's sake, man. Why in the hell is Google putting this in legitimate news then, if it's a goddamn satire site? Seriously, man. Anyway, let me move on to another subject matter. We were talking about how Bernie Sanders is ending his campaign, and you feel the burn jerk nuts. What are y'all going to do now, baby? Huh? What are y'all going to do? Y'all going to hook up with D-Ray, who's ignored me and every one of the capitalist army, who is asking him why him and the Department of Justice want martial law? And if you haven't been aware of what we've been doing, folks, the capitalist army and myself, we've been asking the Black Lives Matter leader, D-Ray, all right? And, of course, his Twitter handle is D-E-R-A-Y, D-Ray. When his Twitter got hacked, wink, wink, they pulled some private messages alluding to the fact that D-Ray has a special communication relationship with Loretta Lynch, okay, and that him and Loretta Lynch have some sort of an understanding so that he can help implement some sort of violence in the Republican Democratic Convention so that Loretta Lynch can assert martial law. And let me tell you something right now. Here in the next 5 minutes, all right, I'm going to go ahead and do another tweet bomb at D-Ray, all right? No, you know what? Let's do it right now. We ain't got much time. I'm looking right now. We only have 50 minutes in the live broadcast. Let's do it right now, all right? If you want a Twitter shout-out, tweet at D-Ray, all right, D-E-R-A-Y, D-Ray, and the Justice Department, and ask them why they want martial law. And I'm telling you, he's going to interview you as fast as you post that goddamn tweet, all right? I'm not joking, all right? Right now, everybody right now, tweet at D-Ray and ask him and tag the Justice Department and ask them why they want martial law, and I will give you a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast, all right? Is that what you feel the burn asshole's going to do? Y'all going to join D-Ray? Y'all going to join D-Ray, for Christ's sake, this treasonous piece of trash? I hope you're listening to me, D-Ray, because you're committing treason. And I want the Justice Department to come out and make a statement about this. I want to get to the bottom of this. Why exactly is D-Ray claiming that he has a special relationship with Loretta Lynch? I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. Right now, I want to know. So once again, we've got people already tweeting, Squid Girl for Ghost. Alberta, thanks you, Ghost. Ghostika Jewinski, a real funny asshole, all right? Once again, you want a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast, I want you to tweet at D-Ray right now. Tweet at D-Ray and the Justice Department and ask them why do they want martial law. And I'm telling you, he's gonna ignore you because he's scared. Black Lives Matter fears the capitalist army. Black Lives Matter fears the capitalist army, boy. That's why he's going to ignore you, baby. That's why he's going to ignore you. Now, we've got Cap Liftoff. What's going on? We've got the Trans Cup. Oh, Jesus Christ. Now we got a cup with a pair of balls on it. Jesus Christ. We got Icy Nick. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Jesus Christ. We got Rainbow Burka, CDI Fan 237, Ghost McVeigh. All right. Once again, if you want a Twitter shout-out live on the broadcast, all you got to do is tweet at D-Ray and the Justice Department and ask them why they want martial law. All right, why do they want martial law? We got Ghost McVeigh in the house. Jesus Christ. Glocks for cocks? That's just disgusting, you asshole. That's just disgusting. We've got Metroid Junkie in the house. We've got the surprising fly in the place. No liver for Hanneman. Liberals let me down in the house. Once again, if you want a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast, tweet at D-Ray and the Justice Department and ask them why they want martial law. Why do you want martial law, D-Ray, you dumb treasonous scumbag? Anyway, we've got TC Capitalist in the house. Craigslist for Ghost's wife. Shove it up your ass, you dumb, stupid moron. 2 hours of sleep. Well, yeah, well, keep sleeping, asshole. We've got Brutal Ass Master. Jesus Christ. We've got Laboot in the house. Big Hairy Bear Balls. Jesus Christ. I'm not saying that disgusting name for Christ. We got Burnt in the house. What's going on to Burnt? We've got Crack for Engineer. Real funny asshole. Slimy Limey in the house. Horse Slicker again. Jesus Christ. Bratty for Florida Gator. Oh, my God. Brony Drumming. Once again, ask these people, ask D-Ray, ask the Justice Department why they want martial law. I'll give you a Twitter shout-out right here live on the broadcast. Why do you want martial law, D-Ray? Why do you want martial law, you treasonous piece of trash? And I want the Justice Department to come out with a statement what the hell D-Ray means, for Christ's sake. I'm calling out Loretta Lynch. You come out and you better answer to the American people. What kind of arrangement do you have with D-Ray? What kind of an arrangement do you have with Black Lives Matter? Are you instigating violence, Loretta Lynch? Are you instigating violence? You are making a gross criminality of law. The Great Trixie, what's going on? The Gulag Vice, all right? What's going on here? We got Jordan Weefew, all right? We got Dirk Pitt in the house. Why you want martial law, D-Ray? Why you want martial law, Justice Department? I'm calling Loretta Lynch out. You better answer for this, Loretta Lynch. What are you doing? What are you doing? We got the Corn Blaster in the house. Pandemonium Doom in the place. Bojangles for Ghost. All right, buy me Overwatch. All right, what the hell that means. We got Jay in the house. Flight 804, I'm not going to say the rest. Lacoste baby meals, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. We got Betaforum Wars in the house. Yeah, ISIS on 6th Street. I mean, give me a freaking break, all right? I'm serious, man. We want to know the answers. We want some answers, D-Ray. You understand that, D-Ray? I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, the supposed leader of Black Lives Matter. Why you want martial law, you piece of crap? We want some answers, all right? We want to ask you a few questions. You understand that, D-Ray? The capitalist army wants to ask you a few goddamn questions. Ask you a few questions. Damn it, son of a bitch. We want to ask you a few questions, D-Ray, and we want some answers immediately. You treasonous piece of crap. You're committing treason, D-Ray. You're committing treason, and we're not going to let you let it down. We're not going to let you live it down, you piece of treasonous crap. We're not going to forget about this, D-Ray. Don't you ever forget it, boy. That's why you're ignoring the capitalist army. That's why you're ignoring me. Because you're running scared, boy. You're running scared. You're running in fear, and you should. You should be. You should be, because we want to know why you and the Department of Justice want martial law. We want to know why you're committing this treasonous act. And we want some answers. And we want some answers immediately. God damn it. Give us some answers. Give us some answers, you Black Lives Matter piece of crap. Damn it. You better give us some answers, D-Ray. God damn it. You better give us some goddamn answers, because we want to ask you a few questions. And I'm serious. We want to ask you a few questions there, D-Ray. You are a treasonous piece of crap. You are an enemy of America. You are an enemy of America. Piece of crap. You better fear Ghost. You better fear the capitalist army, you piece of trash. That's why you're ignoring each and every one of us, because you're scared. You better be scared, you piece of trash. You better be scared. You better be scared, boy. Jesus Christ. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. That freaking mic, for Christ's sake. You better be scared, D-Ray. let me tell you something right now. I know for a fact that the damn Black Lives Matter fears the capitalist army, and they should, boy. They should. Anyway, I'm going to stop that for Christ's sake. We're running out of time here. We have a whole bunch of stuff to still talk about here. But once again, the Black Lives Matter fears the capitalist army, baby. That's why none of them want nothing to do with us. They don't want nothing to do with us. That's right, boy. You better back up. Back the F up. Back the F up. Anyway, now that, we got that out of the way a little bit, because I'm telling you this right now, this idiot D-Ray, he belongs in effing jail, all right? He belongs in jail for this type of activity as far as I'm concerned, all right? And let me tell you, D-Ray, we know where your daddy lives. We know where your other addresses are, all right? We know where you stay. So if something happens, all right, if something goddamn happens, we know who to blame, all right? We know who to blame, baby, all right? We're just going to go down there and ask you a few questions on why exactly you wanted martial law. That's it. That's all we want. We're not threatening violence against you there, D-Ray. You're the one threatening violence on the whole United States of America. So that's why I'm saying, D-Ray, you better fear the capitalist army. We're not done with you yet, boy. We're not done with you yet. So you sit there on your stupid little high horse thinking that these people at the Department of Justice and Obama are going to save you. They could care less about your stupid ass. You understand that? I mean, you have already jeopardized the integrity of their operation. So you think they're going to come and save your stupid idiot ass? Hell no. By coming and saving you validates the statements that you were found to have made in your private messages in your goddamn Twitter. All right? So I'm calling you out, D-Ray, all right? What you going to do? Huh? What you going to do now? You going to keep ignoring us? We ain't going to stop. We are not going to stop. So come and get some, D-Ray. Huh? You think you're all hardcore trying to advocate violence? Look who's scared. Look who's running scared now, jerk dick. Black Lives Matter fears the capitalist army, boy. Anyway, for you folks that are still in shock about the Orlando attack in Florida and are still backing up this treasonous immigration policy that even John Turncoat McCain said today that Obama is directly responsible for this damn Orlando shooting, man. Even John Turncoat McCain is saying that Obama is basically involved and basically is responsible for this Orlando Islamic terrorist act. And I believe it, too. I believe he is, for Christ's sake. All right, boy? I believe he is. Anyway, folks, continuing on with the treasonous immigration policy of the Obama administration, and let's not forget Paul Ryan and his lackadaisical approach to House Speaker. He allows Obama to do this. He's the one that signed off on the Omnibus bill, which gave Obama the money to bring in these damn wild Yehudis into the country, for Christ's sake. And then he goes on Bill O'Reilly with excuse after excuse after excuse, even though Bill O'Reilly is calling his stupid dumbass out. Man, what are you idiots in Wisconsin doing? Vote this stupid half a fruit out of office and put him in the unemployment line where he belongs. He's a piece of trash. He's a liberal piece of scum. Old Paul Ryan. But anyway, Obama's immigration policy, since the Orlando attack, folks, since the Orlando attack, Obama has brought in 441 Syrian refugees into the United States. Huh? Are y'all going to still hold hands? Love is love, huh? I'd like for you folks that are out there in the LGBTQ community that are still backing up this liberal trash, I'd like for you to house a couple of these damn Syrian refugees and see if you survive the week. You understand that? Yeah, since the Orlando attack, 441 Syrian refugees have been admitted to the United States of America. Huh? How safe do you feel now, boy? How safe do you feel now? And I've been telling each and every one of you liberals, take a look at what's happened to Europe, you dumbasses. Take a look at what's happened to Europe. Take a look at what's happening to Germany. They're having mass raping, for Christ's sake. They're rearranging their whole culture. They've got Sharia law in some aspects of Germany. So that's why I'm telling you, folks. Y'all want to continue to...
Oh, love is love, and we can defeat ISIS with love, and
441 Syrian refugees have been admitted to the United States since the Orlando attack. And many of those damn 441 Syrian refugees, guess where they're going? To Florida. To Florida. Huh? This is the liberal regime right here. This is Obama. This is Hillary Rotten Clinton. This is what you liberals wanted. What's happening in Europe, this is what you liberals wanted. You people are destroying America. You people are destroying this country. And don't think that we will forget about this. By God, don't you think we will forget about it. And meanwhile, folks, while you've got this situation happening as it relates to Islamic terror, and let me tell you, for you folks that are going to continue to say,
oh, not all Muslims are terrorists. I mean, give me a break. No more Islamophobia.
Hey, idiots. There has been 28,000 Islamic terrorist attacks in this world since 9/11. All right? Let me repeat that one more again. All right? There have been 28,000 Islamic terrorist attacks since 9/11. All right? 28,000. That's almost a terrorist attack a minute. Huh? Yeah. And you mean to tell me that Islam is a religion of peace, though? Is that what you're going to continue to tell me? Islam is a religion of peace? Are you going to be like this treasonous president and say that it's America's fault that this asshole went wild Yehudi out there in Orlando, Florida? Is that what you're going to do? You're going to be like the president? You're going to be like this scumbag, liberal, scum, treasonous president and blame it on America? Shame on you that do that, boy. Shame on you. I'm telling you, what is it going to take for you stupid liberals to finally realize that the policies of this damn administration is purposely destroying this country? And all the benefits and all the materials and everything that you enjoy about American life is going to be destroyed because they're bringing in these wild Yehudis that are going to systematically and culturally change this country just like they're changing the European Union, just like they're changing Germany, Brussels, France. This is a systematic social engineering plan by these disgusting, filthy, leftist, liberal, treasonous pieces of garbage. I mean, the model is there in Europe, boy. But meanwhile, while the left is trying to blame us, you've got a senator, some asshole, out there in Connecticut, the home of Sandy Hook. All right, and if you haven't done your research about Sandy Hook, please watch the documentary. Let's talk about Sandy Hook. All right, please watch that documentary. It's long, but pay attention to all that evidence that shows that what the hell they said that happened out there was a bunch of crap. But this liberal, Chris Murphy, he had a filibuster yesterday on the floor of the Senate as if he was a holier-than-thou piece of trash, blaming the Second Amendment, blaming law-abiding citizens for what happened in Orlando. And let me tell you, the capitalist army decided to do some research on old Chris Murphy, and let me tell you something right now. This is one disgusting, crooked son of a bitch, all right? This idiot is utilizing the politicization, Jesus Christ, I'm so pissed off, I can't even say it, the politicization, Jesus, I can't even say it, politicization, excuse me. He's politicizing the goddamn Orlando shooting. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, these people got me so pissed off that I'm stumbling, mumbling like a freaking jerk out here because I can't believe that liberals are getting away with this crap, and you've got the mindless American public, the idiot American public, falling hook, line, and sinker for this crap. Everybody thought Chris Murphy was some big-time to-do because he was out there on the damn Senate floor filibustering because, oh, we need gun control. Oh, yeah? Well, I tweeted an article in which he has no problem with the Palestinians bombing women and children. You know what I mean? No problem with doing that. Although, when it comes to law-abiding American citizens practicing their Second Amendment constitutionally protected right, this liberal scum has a problem with it. He wants to filibuster it, for Christ's sake. He wants to take our rights away from Americans, for Christ's sake. And moreover, folks, what I found very, very interesting is that Chris Murphy, Senator Chris Murphy, he is an avid speaker at this, what the hell is this damn organization called? CARE? Have y'all ever heard of this damn organization, folks? If you're not familiar with CARE, the Council on American and Islamic Relations, I'd strongly advise you folks to get yourself aware about this organization because, folks, Mr. Chris Murphy constantly speaks at this particular organization. And you see, folks, it wasn't that long ago when the FBI labeled this organization as a front, as a financial front for Hamas. Huh? Oh, isn't that great? The FBI labeled this particular organization a front for Hamas. All right? And that's why I'm saying, folks, I mean, this is the guy who's filibustering for goddamn gun control. Some son of a bitch that has no problem dropping bombs on women and children and yet goes and speaks at the Council on American and Islamic Relations that has been labeled by the FBI as a front for Hamas. I mean, this guy has no problem speaking in front of these people. It all comes clear now, right? This is another American hater, all right? Chris Murphy, you're a piece of liberal scum trash. You're liberal scum. You're a piece of garbage. And moreover, folks, your typical quintessential liberal scumbag, all right? Chris Murphy, this senator that filibustered yesterday on the Senate floor for so-called gun control, who has no problem speaking in front of the Council on American and Islamic Relations, which has been proven by the FBI as a Hamas front, for Christ's sake, all right? This idiot, if you take a look into his background, asshole, this son of a bitch, Chris Murphy, and I'm calling you out, you damn liberal scum, all right? I'm calling your dumb liberal scum ass out. This idiot got a sweet low-interest rate deal, all right, for a loan from Webster Bank, okay? Now, this was after he is being sued by Chase Manhattan for foreclosing on an apartment that he owned out there in Southton, Connecticut, all right? The apartment was 12C Darling Street. 12C Darling Street, the apartment, all right? And this idiot did not pay on that apartment, all right? So he was being taken to court by Chase Manhattan. Now, even though he was being taken to court for Chase Manhattan for foreclosing on a secured debt, he was still able to get a nice, sweet loan, low interest, of course, from Webster Bank. As this idiot sat on the House Financial Service Committee when he was in the House of Representatives in 2008. Now, what makes this even more ridiculous, folks, is that this Webster Bank, all right, received $400 million from the federal government as this idiot Murphy, all right, as this idiot Chris Murphy sat on the Financial Services Committee with the oversight responsibility for the institution from which he was requesting the loans, for Christ's sake. I mean, the sweetheart loan deal that Murphy got was a loan below market value at a rate of 4.99%. I mean, give me a freaking break, man. I mean, these are the people that are supposedly, hopping on the social justice bandwagon and attempting to be the holier-than-thou liberal scum asshole. And he's going to utilize this, time to filibuster to make himself look like some champion for Americans or something. This guy is trying to take away our constitutionally protected Second Amendment rights And this idiot can't even pay his own mortgage. And this idiot can't even pay his own mortgage, and he was sitting on the Financial Services Committee. I mean, do you understand liberal hypocrisy? Do you understand liberal hypocrisy? This was the idiot that was on the floor yesterday of the Senate filibustering like he was a holier-than-thou liberal piece of trash. And the same bank that gave him a sweet little low, below-market bank rate value loan of 4.99%, he was in charge of the Financial Services Committee, all right? Well, he was on the Financial Services Committee, and gave the bank that gave him a sweet loan $400 million in bailouts, huh? Oh, isn't that great, folks, huh? This is liberalism right here, right? This is liberalism, baby. Woo! I'm telling you, what a bunch of trash. And let me tell you, I want to tell the people that are out there yelling at me saying, get to Radio Graffiti, the more you tell me that, the more I'm not going to do it. So keep telling me that. I'm not going to do it, you asshole, all right? So keep telling me that, all right? I'll keep going. How you like that, you stupid scumbags? Anyway, I'm going to continue going. We got a lot more on Chris Murphy where that comes from, baby. Believe me. All right, so stay tuned. Stay tuned. We're live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. There's a lot more dirt where that came from. Now, since we were just talking about D-Ray and the Department of Justice, the FBI tried to allude to the fact that, we should not necessarily ban gun sales from those on do-not-fly lists. And, of course, guess who overruled the FBI's suggestion that those on do-not-fly list should, continue to buy guns? DOJ freaking Loretta Lynch, all right? And let me tell you, I definitely want Loretta Lynch to answer some questions on why exactly D-Ray, the leader of Black Lives Matter, claims to have some sort of communication-based relationship in which you, Loretta Lynch, according to D-Ray, are directing civil unrests. You are directing violence on the American public, and I want some answers, all right? I want some answers, and the American people want some answers, baby, all right? I mean, how in the hell are you going to overrule the FBI when, with all due respect, Loretta Lynch, I think that you were complicit in implementing violence on American soil, all right? I mean, that's terrorism. You, Loretta Lynch, are committing terrorism. This is according to somebody that's very close to you, apparently. It's D-Ray, and we want some answers, all right? And let me tell you, I don't agree with this no-fly list gun ban because, as I've stated, folks, yours truly is on a no-fly list. And the reason that I'm on a no-fly list is because of this damn show, all right? I have no convictions, never been arrested, never even seen the inside of a goddamn jail, all right? There's no picture, there's no mugshot of me, there's no fingerprint of me, none of that crap, all right? And yet I'm still on a goddamn no-fly list because I'm deciding to speak my mind and practice my First Amendment right of freedom of speech, huh? Yeah, this is what happens in America. You get punished for practicing your constitutionally protected rights. Welcome to the new liberal scum Obama shithead America. Excuse my French. Now, let me move on to the CIA. Now, Brennan, which is the head of the CIA, came out and said that he has not found any link between Orlando Killer and ISIS, even though, there's a preponderance of the evidence on the man's social media account. There is a bunch of evidence, especially when he called 911 and said he was doing it for ISIS, and yet we've got the CIA director claiming that there's no link. Yet the CIA director claims that ISIS will intensify attacks. So, I mean, which one is it, Brennan? And let me tell you something about this CIA Brennan, okay? This man he's a born-again jihadi. Believe it or not, he did a lot of time out there in Saudi Arabia. From what I understand, this CIA head, the head of the CIA right now, Brennan, this asshole has converted to Wahhabist Islam. You can look this up. This is an actual fact. And this idiot is the head of the CIA? Huh? Some guy who's converted to Islam, Wahhabist Islam, is the head of the CIA? It's no wonder why this moron is trying to claim that there's no link between the Orlando Killer and ISIS. All right? And yet, in the same breath, Brennan can claim that ISIS will intensify attacks? How do you figure? How do you figure if this Orlando killer was not linked to ISIS, how in the hell do you know that ISIS will intensify attacks, moron? I'm telling you, I think that you need to look into the head of the CIA, Brennan. This guy is a devout Muslim. He converted to Muslim. All right? Wahhabist Muslim. Look it up. Look it up. But this is our government, right, folks? This is it. This is our government, for Christ's sake. Anyway, let me move on to the next subject matter here. British Labour Member of Parliament, folks. All right? British Labour Party Member of Parliament Joe Cox shot dead out there in the UK. And according to reports, folks, this member of parliament who belongs to the Labour Party, Joe Cox, apparently the assailant shot and I believe stabbed this woman too, according to reports. Allegedly, he was yelling, "Put Britain first," as he was attacking this British Labour Party member of parliament, Joe Cox. Now, what did I tell you folks out there in Britannia as we got closer and closer to Brexit? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? That they were going to do everything in their power to try to scare you out of this Brexit vote. I mean, according to reports, I mean, the polls are looking like 20-point, 18-point lead for the Brexit to pass. So these damn international bureaucrats are getting a little bit desperate. Now, I'm not saying that this may be a false flag or whatever the case might be, but with all due respect, I mean, don't think that this government is above killing somebody, or your government, my government, anybody's government is above killing somebody to achieve a certain agenda. All right? I believe that this was either purposely done or a false flag in order to shock those that are leaning towards the Brexit vote, folks. I mean, they've thrown everything in the kitchen sink against the Brexit vote. I mean, they've talked about how the pensions may not be there. You had the Bank of England this morning talking about how the economy was going to tank, all right? And this was before this Joe Cox shooting actually happened. So, Britannia, they are doing whatever it takes to fear you into not voting for Brexit, all right? And I think this is the tip of the iceberg. As we get closer and closer to the actual date, I wouldn't be surprised to see more of this garbage, all right? Now, with all due respect to my folks in Britannia, I've read in certain aspects of media that claim that this Brexit vote is a non-binding vote. Now they're trying to claim that even if it passes, it's a non-binding vote, and that, Parliament can basically, just nullify it because that's what it was initially. It was a non-binding vote. So once again, folks, they're pulling out all stops to stop this Brexit situation from happening. And I think that you folks in Britannia need to wake up and start realizing and not celebrate too soon. All right? Don't celebrate too soon. Do not underestimate the power and the desperation of bureaucrats. Remember, the bureaucrats have at their disposal unlimited amounts of funds and resources to get whatever they want to get done.
Boar's Head is bringing a slice of Japan to the deli. Introducing Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. Tender, slow-roasted chicken breast, coated in our signature teriyaki glaze, where ginger, garlic, and a hint of brown sugar meet for a flavor that's both sweet and savory. New Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. The bold flavor of Japan. Now at the deli. Only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
And that's what I'm saying, folks. This is just the tip of the iceberg. This British Labour Party Member of Parliament, Joe Cox, being shot dead as the attacker yelled, "Put Britain first." Don't think that there isn't going to be any more situations of this nature. Because in my personal opinion, I honestly believe that they are actually pulling out all goddamn stops to make sure that this Brexit vote does not become a reality. All right? I mean, this is scary times, folks. I mean, Britannia is going through their own situation. You've got America over here going through all this wild Yehudism. You've got Germany barely able to survive, for Christ's sake. You got France under martial law. I mean, good God, man. I mean, where are we going from here as the world turns, folks? Where are we going from here? Jesus Christ, folks. I'm not kidding around, man. This is serious business out here, and I strongly advise everybody to start taking life a little bit more serious, all right? Now, let me get to this last part of the broadcast, and then we'll get to radio graffiti if I feel like it, because I really don't feel like it. I don't like these assholes telling me what to do on Twitter. I don't like it. You understand what I'm saying? All right? I do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it, when I want to do it. You understand me, boy? What, do you think I'm going to listen to a bunch of stupid internet losers or something and what, listen to you? For what? For what? Sorry, sacks of crap, for Christ's sake. I'm sitting over here. You people are lucky that I even grace you with my presence every day, for Christ's sake. Do you understand that, boy? You understand that? I could be doing anything else instead of sitting here putting up with your crap. I'm serious, boy. I could be doing anything goddamn else instead of sitting here putting up with this goddamn troll terrorist. I could be doing anything else instead of sitting here and being trolled, instead of sitting here and being berated by you stupid internet losers that aren't listening to this show and making one bit of difference in your lives anyway, all right? I mean, the people that are bitching about radio graffiti, you losers aren't making one bit of progress in your lives anyway. You're a lost cause. You're pathetically anal losers. And why in the hell should I oblige losers? Can you explain that to me? Can somebody explain that? Why in the hell should I oblige a bunch of internet losers that, you know, here I am. I'm shooting pearls to you losers, and you people don't even heed the calling. You don't even take the information and make yourself a better person. I mean, that's how pathetic and stupid the majority of these goddamn idiot trolls are, for Christ's sake, and they're shameless. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Let me tell you something, you scumbags, all right? You people that are out here thinking that it's so cute that, hey, look at me, I'm trolling. Remember, I've been gone for 5 years, so a lot of these trolls that are around now, they're a bunch of new fags, for a lack of a better term, and I'm using the euphemism, of course, of the online terminology of 4chan. You got a bunch of new fags out here that, you know, they're just losers. They're just kids. They're stupid. They're ignorant. They're dumb. They think that, you know, doing this is a big kick, for Christ's sake. You know, there's been trolls that have been doing this a lot longer than you have. And to be honest with you, there's a lot of those that are still pathetic anal losers. But for the most part, folks, the majority of the people that used to listen to me back in the day, they're actually productive members of society now, all right? I'm serious. I mean, it took time and the idea of aging, all right, for them to finally realize that, hey, you know, maybe I shouldn't be doing this crap. You know, maybe I should be doing something with my life. Maybe I should be a goddamn capitalist like Ghost always said. And they did it. But, of course, what do we have here? What do we have here? A bunch of troll terrorists and cyber vermin that think they're so goddamn cute. All right? Let me give me a freaking break, for Christ's sake, all right? Give me a break. Anyway, folks, I want to get to the last subject matter. I want to talk about Obama's homeland of Kenya. Have y'all heard about this? Yeah? Well, apparently, and this should, you know, raise some eyebrows to you LGBTQ folk, okay? Apparently, out there in Kenya, it is illegal to have homosexual sexual activity, all right? Now, if they find you or allege that you are partaking in homosexual activity, what they do is they put some kind of device up your anal passage. I'm not kidding. They put some device up your anal passage to see if there had been any kind of breach of your orifice, okay? I'm not kidding around. This is not a joke. All right? Now, when they stick this up your anal passage to see if your anus has been penetrated and they find evidence of anal penetration, then you go to jail. Now, what people are having a problem with is that this particular test is against human rights, right? And, they tried to argue that this particular anal probe, I mean, literally, that's what they're doing out there in Kenya. If they allege that you're a homosexual, they probe your anus, okay? And when they probe your anus and they found out that, you've had some anal breaching, to say the least, then all of a sudden you're convicted of homosexuality. You understand what I'm saying? You're convicted of homosexuality, for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? So that's all there is to it. This is Obama's homeland, all right? This is Obama's homeland right here, right now, for Christ's sake, all right? Woo! Anyway, let me go ahead and take a drink first. And look, you people can continue to say that you want Radio Graffiti. How about I won't do it? How about that? Keep tweeting at me, you sons of bitches. You're not going to dictate what I do on this show. I could sing Kumbaya for the rest of the show, and you people are just going to sit there and like it, you stupid morons. How you like that, huh? How you like that? How you like a little bit of that, you stupid scumbags? You're going to sit here and try to dictate to me what I'm going to do on my goddamn show. You just sit there and shut up and like it. You understand that, boy? You bunch of ungrateful, dumbass internet pricks. That's what you are, a bunch of ungrateful, dumbass internet pricks. As a matter of fact, I want to kick it with my homie Karaskin. Hey, Karaskin, are you there?
Hey, yeah, I'm here. What's up?
Hey, how you doing, Karaskin? How you been, man? It's a bathhouse Thursday, thanks to these dumbasses out here that are crying about Radio Graffiti, for Christ's sake. You want to do an Ask Karaskin?
Okay. Because beggars can't be choosers anyway.
Yeah, let's go ahead and let's do an Ask Karaskin, since everybody is sitting here talking garbage, saying, "Oh, do Radio Graffiti, Ghost."
I know they are asking for things, but we can't give them what they want.
They're probably Bernie Sanders supporters. I mean, this is the typical Obama America. They think they deserve something when they deserve nothing, and they'll like it. They'll deserve nothing and like it.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go ahead and do some Ask Karaskin. This is everybody's favorite part of the broadcast, where when I call on your area code, you have exactly 5 to 10 seconds to ask Karaskin anything that you want, all right? So once again, here we go. 848 Ask Karaskin. Oh, Jesus Christ. Helen Keller, deaf mute, for Christ's sake. How about 940 Ask Karaskin?
Radio Graffiti, Ghost. Radio Graffiti.
No, you are not getting a Radio Graffiti. Not now. Okay?
Blow out your ass, faggot.
Oh, yeah? Your mom.
Oh, your mother! How about 971 Ask Karaskin?
Tell all these liberal idiots to shove it up their ass.
Yeah, let's tell them to shut them up. We don't need liberals here.
Yeah, no kidding. We don't need you, all right, you Radio Graffiti pricks. How about 347 Ask Karaskin?
Yo, what's your question, man?
I just got to go and give you some information right now. I just read right now online that they're banning people to buy guns if you're on the no-fly list. No, this is actually serious right now. Yeah.
No, I know they are. But luckily, I already have a nice arsenal, and I don't necessarily need to put guns in my name to get them. I mean, that's what these idiots don't understand. I mean, out here in Texas, I can go buy a gun from an individual, no background check, personal sale, no big deal. So, I mean, suck it. All right, that's all I got to say to the idiots that are trying to prevent me from buying guns because I'm on a no-fly list. Suck it. All right. How about 559 Ask Karaskin?
Hey, Karaskin, did you know Ghost is on a no-fly list because he's a Muslim?
Oh, shove it up your ass.
No.
I'm not a goddamn Muslim. Don't listen to him, Karaskin. I'm not some Allah snack bar idiot, all right? Give me a damn break. Anyway, who else do we got over here? How about 510 Ask Karaskin?
Barrel roll was to serve as a signal to North Vietnam, who sees its support for the insurgency then taking place in South Vietnam. This action was...
All right. I mean, somebody asked Karaskin a question. He wants to be asked a question. It's Ask Karaskin time, asshole. 580, Ask Karaskin.
Hey, Karaskin, I was just going to say that you are just as cringy as the Teutonic Plague.
What are you talking about? Explain why.
Because you're a teacher's pet.
Oh, shove it up your ass, for Christ's sake. All right? If I was giving you just the amount of attention as this guy, you'd be sitting there waxing your balls too. Shut up. Shut up. 904, Ask Karaskin.
Hey, Karaskin, how you doing?
Good. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Hey, they're going to make a movie out of one of my comics, right? You want to know what the name is?
The movie about what?
They're making a movie out of one of my comics. You want to know what the name is?
Let me. Just tell me. I don't know what it is.
It's Rise of the Equestrians.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, no shit. Piss off. I mean, give me a break. Hey, Karaskin, stay right there. I'm going to go ahead and give a little bit of radio graffiti to these jerk dicks. Since they're out here pissing and moaning, there's only 5 minutes left in the live broadcast here on this Bathhouse Thursday that these assholes have turned this damn place into, for Christ's sake. If you want to be on Radio Graffiti, you give me a call right now, 516-453-9903. And when I call on your area code, you have exactly 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind, all right? And don't be a Helen Keller deaf mute, you pieces of low-grade trash. We got area code 269, Radio Graffiti.
Hello, my name is Robert McKay, and I represent Alex Jones and Infowars.com Legal Matters. I'm going to have to ask you to immediately cease and desist this podcast.
Oh, shut it up. Shove it up your ass. I've seen your stupid number before. It's stupid, and you're stumbling and mumbling over your own tongue, for Christ's sake. 248 Radio Graffiti. Oh, here's this fruit bowl.
In order for me to become a fruit ball, I need the bacon cheese out of your anal passage. Please, Ghost, I need to become...
Jesus Christ. Shut up, you fruity ass. We can tell by the freaking lack of bass in your voice that you take it up the pooper. 813 Radio Graffiti.
The engineer's a bloody spy. That engineer's a spy. Engineer is spy. The engineer's a spy.
Hey, can you leave the engineer alone? They're talking garbage to you, engineer. God damn it. You heard them. How about 610 Radio Graffiti?
Do the other kids make fun of you? Does it make you hate yourself? Every time you look in the mirror, do you want to punch it? Well, just...
Shove it up your ass. How about 231 Radio Graffiti?
Death to communism, death to socialism, death to liberalism. Trump 2016, baby.
I mean, death to communism, death to feminism, death to socialism is right. 909 Radio Graffiti. Shut up, for Christ's sake. Don't put me with wild Jehudi music, all right? 469 Radio Graffiti.
Donald Trump, if I'm president, we're not going to be laughed at.
Look, don't besmirch the name of Donald Trump, boy. Don't you dare. Don't you even dare. Piece of crap. We got area code 480 Radio Graffiti.
Hello, Ghost. I have a problem on my hands right now because you're a really manly man. Is that right?
I can't even understand you because you're a cheap-ass Obama phone, and it sounds like you're trying to deep-throat the son of a bitch as well. 779 Radio Graffiti. Freaking Helen Keller, deaf mute jerk dick. 352 Radio Graffiti.
Karaskin, if you're going to be a bronze, at least get a better phone. It sounds like you're calling from the goddamn hurricane.
Hey, what are you talking about? He's outside walking the park, all right? Leave him alone, all right? He likes to take walks in the park. All right, 818 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, Alex Jones stole your idea for Radio Graffiti. Yesterday I was listening to his broadcast, and he called it Globalist Radio. No joke. He didn't.
And hey, I know this, man. I'm telling you this. Alex Jones is always ripped me off. He's been ripping me off ever since I started this broadcast. 971 Radio Graffiti.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. Shut up. 973, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost. You know a bunch of trolls are like doing whatever you do on Twitter shoutouts. All you have to do is just whenever you see a troll name, just don't say it. Just don't say it.
That's actually a really good idea. I'm going to try that next time. Thanks a lot, man. We got area code. How about 215, Radio Graffiti?
Do I smell soiled baby diaper?
No. 705, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost. It's Pet Canadian Spartan. How you doing today?
How you doing, man?
I actually wanted to say something about, you know how you say Canada and whatnot. I'm not judging you for how you pronounce it. You know how America is spelled like America, like American. There's usually some kind of going with that. Whenever you hear
Hey, look, I'll get back to you on the third hour because we only got 1 minute left in the broadcast. And I want to thank everybody who's listening in right now, whether it's live or in the archive. I'm going to do a post-show edition of the True Capitalist Radio Show on the third hour, and the only way that you can listen to it is if you give me a call right now at 516-453-9903 and listen to it over the telephone, or you may be able to find a stream out there on the internets, for Christ's sake. All right? Tomorrow is Baller Friday, baby. That means a free format edition. We talk about anything you want to talk about tomorrow, so make sure to get and gather some goddamn subject matter so we can talk about. Once again, all right, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time every Monday through Friday. Follow me on Twitter. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost. Tune in with me tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central Standard Texas Time for Baller Friday, baby. I can't wait. I cannot wait, baby. I hope you're here, and I hope to see you here. Anyway, we're going to the post-show edition. See you tomorrow. Baller Friday. Baller Friday. All right, folks, and we are now in the third hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you for tuning in with me. Whether you're live or in the archive, I really appreciate your patronage. Before we do anything else, please let everybody know throughout the internet and throughout the world that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. The official website is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Now, I'm going to take a little bit of time here because I didn't get into the fullest extent of me going off on false flags and how it is 100% legal under U.S. law. Now, I did talk about how it was legal under U.S. law. I read the article that was put out by Foreign Policy Magazine in which it states that they brought back state-fund, state-run type of media propaganda, and that does encapsulate false flags, folks, okay? I mean, why do you think that this media, that's the talking head media on the boob tube, is a state-run media? And I'd also like to point out that this particular law of legalized government propaganda in America came 5 months before Sandy Hook, all right? Just telling you. I'm just letting you know, okay? And, folks, if you don't believe in false flags, then you're an idiot. I mean, once again, please look up Operation Northwoods, which is a declassified document from the 60s in which the CIA proposed hijacking an airplane and crashing it, and it wasn't even a real plane. There wasn't even going to be there wasn't even going to be any people on the plane. They were just going to fake crash a plane, blame it on Cuba, and use that as a pretext to invade Cuba so that they can mesmerize the minds of the American people so that they can justify such a theater of combat. I mean, so do not, I repeat, do not believe that our government is above pulling off false flags, all right? And moreover, folks, I'd also like to talk a little bit about people that are doubles, you know? Have you heard about this? And I'm not talking about clones or anything of that nature. That's stupid ridiculousness. But I'm talking about people that basically take the place of other people. Now, one person I really do want to talk about is Mike Tyson. Have you seen Mike Tyson as of late? I mean, this guy's fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops now, you know? And they're claiming because he's vegan, now all of a sudden he's no longer, you know, some ridiculous killer, you know, out there kicking people's asses, raping chicks, so on and so forth. But I strongly advise you folks to look up a news report that came out of Houston, Texas. A supposed Mike Tyson double, all right, was allegedly accused of sexually assaulting a woman by luring her, and this is the same MO as the original Mike Tyson in the 90s when he got convicted for rape the last time. The same MO, okay? And I'd like for you to look at this particular individual that they're calling Mike Tyson's body double. And I'd like for you to compare that person that they claim as Mike Tyson's body double with actual Mike Tyson, old Mike Tyson fights when he was actually fighting. Now, why would they switch up Mike Tyson? Well, folks, you need to understand when you sign your name on the dotted line as it regards to sports, as it regards to entertainment, as it regards to music, you do not own your name any longer when you sign your name on the dotted line, okay? And for whatever reason you don't want to partake in whatever, money-making, entertainment-based activity, media-based activity, well then they can legally take your name away from you and put somebody else in place of your name to continue to sustain the revenues that would initially be generated had the person continued to pull off whatever media, whatever movies, whatever music, whatever sports, so on and so forth. Now, the reason that I bring this up is because this is not uncommon in the entertainment industry, okay? I'd like to, for all of you, you know I've always hated Eminem, all right? You know, I've always hated that son of a bitch, all right? I'd strongly advise you to take a look at the different people that Eminem is, all right? Look at the original Eminem. Look at that original bastard back in 1998 and compare him to the 3 or 4 different idiots that they have thrown at us that claim that this is Eminem, all right? Moreover, I find it ironic that in Eminem's, Eminem's mom's biography, she talks about how during that first year in which this Slim Shady, that's what he called himself initially, not Eminem, he called himself Slim Shady, all right? This asshole, okay, was so strung out on drugs and pills and so on and so forth that his mother said in the biography he didn't even remember making the tour that year. He barely remembered recording the album, so on and so forth. Okay? But I would just strongly advise you to take a look at these people. Now, why would they do this? Money, folks. You think that the original Eminem from 1998, you know, after the drugs and, you know, the chick crap and the media hype and Dr. Dre, and, you know, that's another thing, too. Dr. Dre's an evil son of a bitch, all right? I guess he took his cues from Suge Knight, and he thinks that he can implement this son of a bitch as well. But, folks, I'm telling you this right now, all right? As a matter of fact, I think that you people need to be well aware that if you want to be a star, if you want to be something, when you sign your name, whatever your name is, and if you're known by that name, the industry for which you are signed owns your name, all right? They own your likeness. So if you decide that you no longer want to partake in the revenue-generating mechanism, whether it's movies, whether it's music, whether it's sports, whether it's just general media, the powers that be in Hollywood will replace you with somebody that looks like you so that they can continue to make their goddamn money. I'm serious, man. All right, now, this is all legal. I want you all to know that this is all legal. And even if you were to prove this in a court of law that these people were doubles or that there's false flags happening, it is all 100% legal. The government can conduct false flags under the current state of American law. All right? It is perfectly legal for somebody to assume one's name and one's likeness if they sign the right documents. I mean, this is all legal. And I think that you people need to open your eyes to this crap. And for you people that are out here saying, oh, I want to be a rock star, I want to be a rap star, I want to be a movie star, you better think twice. All right? You better think twice. And all I'm saying is, folks, is, you know, once you sign your name on a dotted line to be a star, and you no longer want to be a star anymore, they can take away your name and likeness and put somebody completely different to act like whatever caricature you were signed up to be. I mean, don't you find it ironic that one stupid song by Eminem, will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. Y'all remember that? Huh? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember he had all those lookalikes around him? Do you all remember that MTV Music Awards where he got all these lookalikes around him? He's mocking you. The damn industry is mocking you losers. It's mocking you losers, man. And moreover, doesn't anybody find it ironic that all these black rappers give Eminem praise as if he was dead? You know, they give him praise as if he's already passed on. I've never seen so much praise given to one rapper in my life. Especially a white rapper from other black rappers. Maybe they know something we don't. I mean, take a look at all the rappers that have given props to Eminem. The only people that I have found that have not given props to Eminem has been Cassidy and some other lowlife that no one really gives two rats' asses about. All right, I'm serious. All right? Everybody else thinks that Eminem is the greatest of all time, the greatest rapper of all time, so on and so forth. So once again, folks, I strongly advise you all to be very aware, whatever this goddamn boob tube or whatever the news media tries to shove in our face. In this day and age of camera phones, of cameras being everywhere, if we don't have any kind of goddamn camera footage of any kind of events, then, you know, come on, man, something needs to be done. I mean, something is strange. Something strange is afoot, all right? I mean, you know, the only Snapchat footage that we have been able to find of the Orlando shooting is of blurry-ass images and of sound effects in the background, with no evidence of any kind of real, actual blood, shooting, spattering, nothing of that nature. I mean, we live in a day and age now where camera phones are in HD, man. You can make a movie on camera phones now. And you mean to tell me that, you know, these gays at this nightclub weren't out Snapchatting, they weren't on Facebook mentions, they weren't on Periscope, you know, they weren't doing this kind of crap? Give me a break! That's what I'm saying, folks. You need to take all the evidence of any situation that they try to throw in our face, and you need to question it. You understand that? You need to question everything. Everything! And that's what I do, folks. I'm not going to sit here and allow these boob tube mainstream media idiots to tell me what the truth is, all right? You understand that? I'm not going to let them tell me what the truth is. I mean, in a day and age where we're so connected, where we have freaking camera phones that can literally film movies on them, and all we have for this damn Orlando shooting is a bunch of blurry-ass freaking camera phone images. I mean, give me a goddamn break!
Do you like turkey sandwiches? Then you'll love the new premium carb turkey and bacon sub at Subway restaurants. It's oven roasted just right, sliced thick just the way you like it. And just when you think it can't get any better, look out. It's got crispy bacon in there too. Order one today on your choice of freshly baked bread. Then select any veggies you want to make your premium carb turkey and bacon sub uniquely yours. It's a great sub for people who really like turkey. Subway, fresh is what we do.
And take a look at all the caricatures involved in the interviews. I mean, these people are laughing. These people are smiling. I mean, look, everybody always says, well, no, everybody grieves differently. Oh, yeah? How would you react, all right? How would you react if you saw people getting mass murdered and slaughtered, all right, and you heard the pains and the groans of people? I mean, we talked about this the other day. I was telling you folks, you don't even know what it's like to kill your own food. Have you ever killed your own food before, folks? Have you ever sliced the neck of a cow in order for you to get a cheeseburger and a steak? Have you ever looked into the eyes of an animal as you kill it so that you can eat it? I mean, do you understand? That is the premise of this life. The premise of this life, regardless of what you holy rollers want to believe, the basis of this life is to kill and eat another living organism in order to survive. Now, I know you little fruit bowls like to claim, well, I'm vegan, Ghost. I don't kill anything. Oh, yeah? Did you know that plants can feel pain too, you dumbasses? Huh? Yeah, there's been scientific proof through audio frequencies that can't be heard through the ear of the human ear, that is beyond the frequency range of the human hearing, that when you cut vegetables, fruits, that you can actually hear and detect a scream in these particular fruits and vegetables. I know it sounds silly. I know it sounds stupid. Look it up for yourself if you don't think that. It's on YouTube. All right? Where they take the actual sounds that is perceivable through a supercardioid microphone that is high-frequency dynamic range. They put it towards these different fruits and vegetables and start cutting. They actually hear a sound emanating from the damn vegetable, from the damn fruit. Now, why do I bring this up? Because I keep telling you idiots that this world, the basis of this world, is for something, regardless of what living it is. It could be a living plant. It could be a living insect. It could be a living anything. A cancer tumor, all right? What do you think a cancer tumor is? It's eating you. It's eating the inside of you. It's turning your inside organs into liquid shit. Every living organism has to kill and eat another living organism in order to survive. And that's why I'm saying, for you folks, have you ever seen a pig die before? It's one of the most gruesomest things I've ever seen in my life. All right? Have you ever seen a cow die before? Huh? Have you ever twisted the head off a damn chicken and pulled it off and watched the damn chicken continue running without its head? Huh? No, you haven't, have you? No, you think life is but a dream, don't you? Huh? You think life is so perfect and that God is going to open up his pearly white gates to you because you pray to him every goddamn night, huh? You think God gives two rats' asses about you praying, huh? Do you think he cares? Because if he cared, why do these evil idiots that are in charge today run amok? Huh? Why do they run amok? Why does God allow these people who are in charge of murderous wars, disease, famine, so on and so forth? Why does God allow these people to run amok? I mean, that's all I'm saying, folks, all right? Now, I'm digressing a little bit, but the reason I brought up, have you ever killed your own cow? Have you ever killed your own pig? Have you ever killed a chicken? Have you ever killed a turkey? Have you ever killed anything with your bare hands and then you had to eat it a few hours later? All right? Because, folks, that is disturbing enough. I mean, if you've never seen a pig killed right in front of you and then it's cut up and then, you know, they throw the ham on a goddamn skillet and you have to eat it and like 3 or 4 hours later, for Christ's sake, that's a whole other different dynamic of consuming food, all right? I mean, you know, you have to become so desensitized by killing animals that, you know, you start realizing that, hey, well, this is life, isn't it? Huh? This is life. I mean, give me a break, man. I mean, seriously, give me a damn break. And you mean to tell me that these people out here at this shooting can smile the next day after they supposedly saw human life dying, screaming. Have you ever seen a human being suffer in death? You'll never forget it in your life. You understand me? Have you ever seen somebody die? And I'm not talking about dying because they're of disease and they're in their bed and they're surrounded by their families and so on and so forth. I'm talking about somebody who's gotten stabbed. I'm talking somebody who's gotten shot. And you see them right there bleed to death. You see them right there, just completely suffering. You know what I'm saying? You mean to tell me the next day you're going to be able to go on the news and crack a smile and think that everything's okay and describe it in such a nonchalant fashion? I mean, give me a break. All right? Give me a freaking break. And that's all I'm saying, folks, all right? That's all I'm saying. Anyway, folks, I don't mean to get off keister here. All I'm trying to say is don't believe what you see on this goddamn boob tube, all right? Do your own research. You have the ability to research anything that you want to know on this internet, for Christ's sake, all right? So that's all I'm saying. One more thing before I get to Radio Graffiti. I'd like to, since y'all are probably right now looking up that YouTube video trying to see if plants and fruits actually feel pain, because it's on there, boy, it's there. I'd like for you all to also listen, all right? Also listen or look up a YouTube video in which scientists have figured out that actual water feels the emotions of people. Yeah. They did an experiment in which they kept water around very hostile people. And they solidified the water. They froze it. And they looked at the actual dissonant type of pattern in which the water was frozen in place. I mean, very hardcore, dissonant, ugly-looking crystallization of the water. And then they got water, and they put it around a bunch of people that were very happy, very calm, and it produced beautiful crystallizations in the solidified form. They did the same thing when it pertained to music. They put some heavy metal music, Satan is good, Satan is my pal type of crap, and they put it against water, solidified it, and it looked like ugly, disgusting, dissonant crystallization of the actual water. And the same thing when they put classical music on it, it produced these exquisite crystallizations of the water itself. So, once again, folks, all right, you need to start opening your eyes a little bit and start realizing that you don't know every effing thing, all right? And that if you're going to sit here and say tinfoil hat this and you don't know crap and you're an idiot, don't just say it. Prove it, asshole. Prove it. You're on the internet. Prove it, you stupid sack of crap. You can't. So all you're going to do is just sit there and deny. And keep denying, for Christ's sake, all right? Keep denying. And keep praying to God. Keep praying, please, God, stop the suffering. Please, God, stop the murder. Please, God, save me. And you can keep calling him, and God isn't listening because God obviously doesn't care. If he did care, he wouldn't be letting these disgusting, evil people run amok. And once again, before I get to Radio Graffiti, Corinthians says that Satan is the god of this world. And that's all I've got to say. That's all I've got to say. Anyway, I want to take some calls of Radio Graffiti, and then I'm getting the hell out of here. And then we're going to get to some Baller Friday tomorrow. Once again, I implore you to please spread it around like wildfire that True Capitalist Radio is in effect in the house every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. blogtalkradio.com/ghost is the official website. Every one of my episodes that I've ever conducted is there for free to download all the time, baby. All right? And if you haven't already done so, follow me on Twitter. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All right, let's get to a couple of Radio Graffiti calls right now. right, who do we got going on over here? We got area code 956, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost. I just want to ask you 3 things, and after that, I want to be like on hold to talk to you about more things. And what do you think about HCB, Whataburger, and what do you think about coming here to the Rio Grande Valley and coming to the South Parja Island? And the last thing, since you talk about your dad, that your dad was a very cool father, and you drink because he reminds you when he drinks. And about your mom, is there anything that your mom do you ever feel like she's a big inspiration in your life? And what can you tell us about that?
Well, first of all, I think HEB is probably the greatest grocer at this point in time. I mean, they're starting to delve into things that I don't like. They're starting to take out certain brands off the shelf and substitute them with their own cheap-ass generic brand, which I don't really appreciate. But I still appreciate their beef. They got great beef. They got great seafood. Great supermarket, man. I'll always give my business there as opposed to goddamn Walmart. I'll tell you that. Whataburger, I'm telling you, Whataburger is probably the best burger joint on the planet, all right? I mean, I will never pass up a damn Whataburger. I'm not joking around. I mean, great goddamn burger. I'm glad that it's a Texas company, and it's not a corporation, folks. That's still owned by the same family that created it back in the 1950s out there in Corpus Christi, Texas, all right? Now, as far as South Padre Island, I've been out there many times. As a matter of fact, I like to go out there every summer. I'm going to head out there, Padre Island, sometime this summer. I like to go to some of the private beaches out there and just kick back, listen to the ocean. Obviously, drink all the time. I love going to the beach and drinking a lot because you're sweating, you're outdoors and crap. So you can drink all day long and it ain't going to get you passed out, sloppy drunk. And moreover, I do like to barbecue on the beach. All right. Now, as far as my mother and father, my father, he was a hard-working man. All right. I mean, he wasn't perfect. He did a lot of faults in his life. But one thing that I did appreciate about my dad is that he got up to work every goddamn day, even though he hated it, even though he was probably half broken most of his life. I mean, talking physically. He continued to get up every goddamn day like a tough son of a bitch. Now, my mother, on the other hand, she was somewhat of a disciplinarian. She ran a tight household. Let's just put it that way, all right? I mean, she didn't really work, all right? She ran the house. As a matter of fact, when I talk about my grandmother being a pious woman, that was her mother. And I don't understand why the piety and the niceness didn't rub off on my mother. Now, I love my mother. Don't get me wrong, all right? But my mother did some bad things that, I just will never forget. I mean, I'll tell you one time in particular. No, I shouldn't get this. Just forget about it. Anyway, let's go to Radio Graffiti, all right? Y'all are not my freaking shrink, all right? Nor do I have one, for Christ's sake. I'll never have a freaking shrink. But I love my mother and father. They're great inspirations. But the unfortunate part about it is that they made a lot of mistakes in their life that I know, just by observing them back then, that they made themselves. They could have been a lot more successful. They could have spared themselves a lot less heartache and tough times and so on and so forth. And you see, folks, I took from my parents the reasons why they didn't be successful, and their imperfections and the imperfections of their personalities. And I utilized that to make myself a better person. I'm not going to sit here and bitch and moan about my mom and dad. They weren't perfect. No mom and dad's perfect. All right? I mean, I'm just happy that my mom took care of me and, my sibling and my siblings, I should say. I mean, what else can you ask for, man? My mom was there. She made food every day. I mean, she did what she had to do. She cleaned the house. She made sure that we did our homework. She made sure that we read books. She was a very big disciplinarian, man. I mean, that's the whole reason why I'm fairly intelligent at this point in time. And my father, on the other hand, worked his ass off. And that's why I drink, because every time he'd come home, he'd have some Miller High Lifes, baby, right there, just start chugging them. And, my dad, he didn't know how to go to sleep. He passed out. And that's because his body and his bones were so goddamn deteriorating from the hard labor that this man did on a consistent basis. And I told myself that I would never, ever do that type of labor in my life. Never. Never. And I told myself, even as a child, that I'm not going to do what my dad did. I mean, my dad's suffering. I'm not going to work harder. I'm going to work smarter. And, folks, I've been doing rather great, you know what I'm saying, ever since. I mean, look at me. I'm living lavish in Obama, too, baby. Look, I got Johnny Walker Blue Label right here, all right? I mean, I've got Opus X cigars right here in a goddamn humidor, about 25 of them sitting there right there humidifying. You understand that? I mean, Opus X, that's like $40 a cigar, baby. You understand what I'm saying? I got another humidor over here with some Davidoffs, and I believe I got some Gurkha Class Regents, which I appreciate as well. So I'm telling you, I'm living lavish. I'm doing what I want. I have steaks every goddamn day of my life, all right? I'm eating well. I'm living lavish. I mean, why do you think I have so much energy, for Christ's sake, baby? You understand? I mean, haven't you noticed that these goddamn vegans, whenever they eat, for Christ's sake, they have no goddamn energy? They look like they're freaking cancer victims, or they look like they've got the AIDS. I'm just saying. That's why I eat a lot of beef, for Christ's sake. That's why I have so much energy, for Christ's sake. That's why I'm naturally energized. That's why every time I do this show, baby, I mean, you can feel the energy. You can feel the passion. You can feel the fury. Now, let me tell you something right now. It's all because of eating beef, and I'm talking medium rare beef. I eat a stick of butter a day to keep the doctor away. And let me tell you, if y'all haven't found Joel Wallach, if y'all haven't heard of this man, then I strongly advise you to go to YouTube and look up Joel Wallach and listen to his lectures and learn that what these idiots that are out in the health industry are telling you is a complete and utter lie, all right? And this is a guy that's approaching 80 years old who eats a stick of butter a day, who eats, 8 to 10 eggs a day? Yeah, 8 to 10 eggs a day. Now, somebody would say, well, wait a minute, that's a lot of cholesterol, Ghost. I can't believe, how can he live to be 80? Folks, 97% of our brain is cholesterol, you idiots, all right? I mean, why do you think this Alzheimer's epidemic is happening? Because of statin drugs that supposedly lower your cholesterol. Alzheimer's is a man-made disease. I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? You take these statin lower cholesterol drugs, your brain is 97% cholesterol. If you prevent your body from absorbing cholesterol, well, your brain is going to deteriorate now, isn't it? Huh? I mean, doesn't it make sense, for Christ's sake? I mean, haven't you heard me, man? I'm out here. I mean, I'm passionate, man. I mean, I'm even more rowdy than I was back in the day. And you all heard me back in those days, in the true conservative days, man. I would clench my heart. My head would hurt, for Christ's sake. Anytime I'd go into one of these episodes, for Christ's sake, I'd be breathing hard. You don't hear me doing that anymore. You want to know why? Because I changed what I do. I changed what I consume, for Christ's sake. I'm not listening to this health industry. You know that the average doctor lives to be 57 years old? That's a fact. The average doctor lives to be 57 years old, and we're supposed to listen to these pieces of crap as it relates to health? Give me a break. Anyway, let me move on to some more radio graffiti before I go more off keister here, all right? Good question, by the way. You got area code 435, radio graffiti.
Dear Blog Talk Radio, fix your fucking Skype system, goddammit. Sincerely, Brony Drumming.
Yeah, well, too bad. I don't think they're going to do it, all right? Now, I hope they don't, because this has actually been a rather decent radio graffiti, all right? Now, I feel bad for some of the people that are off, like in Europe or in Australia or New Zealand, or I've got some people in South Korea that listen to me, Japan, Latvia, believe it or not, Russia, So, I mean, I feel bad for those folks who potentially want to call in and they could use Skype to do so. But other than that, I have no problem with it. I have no problem with it whatsoever. We got area code 412, Radio Graffiti.
You're still alive, surrounded by your care. Round on Gopher, and the rain will always fall down on you. Keep on drowning, it's alright, it's high tide.
Man, I mean, look, I mean, I don't mind you doing that. I mean, but man, get a better voice for Christ's sake, man. Can't you practice? I mean, do a different voice for Christ's sake, man. I mean, at least if you're going to do that, try to learn how to sing. 808 Radio Graffiti.
Ghost, Curly Capitalist here. I have to actually agree with you about these doctors, and I kind of want to ask you, what is your opinion about that Dr. Oz idiot?
Well, believe it or not, I actually think Dr. Oz is an alternative medicine type of an individual that is dabbling. And, folks, do y'all remember he was called in front of Congress because he was telling and educating people about alternative medicine? Do y'all remember this crap? I mean, they're trying to hate on Dr. Oz out here. I mean, give me a break, because this man is not obliging the average medical industry. I don't like the man, I don't watch the man, but I do know that he approaches subject matters that aren't talked about in the health industry. The one episode that I did find and that I did watch of Dr. Oz, he had like 3 or 4 different women that were within the ages of like 20 to 34, I believe. Like 5 different women. All of these women had strokes, all right? Miraculously had strokes. And what Dr. Oz asked them is, said, well, do y'all have bad diets? And they said, no, we were eating healthy. I was a vegan. Another one was like, I made sure that I maintained my calorie intake, so on and so forth. And then Dr. Oz asked the $40,000 question that everybody should ask, and especially you women out there. He asked them, have y'all taken birth control? Raise your hand. All 5 of those women raised their hand that had a stroke. Huh? Yeah. Now, for you women out there, I would be strongly apprehensive in taking any of these goddamn birth controls that are guaranteeing you birth control at 1 pill for a month, okay? I mean, that is messing with your bloodstream. And the reason I'm saying your bloodstream, because women, what do you do every month? You bleed, all right? So if you take a pill that prohibits you from bleeding, what's going to happen? You're going to get clotted. Your arteries are going to get clotted. And that's why you're having an epidemic of stroke out here amongst women that are 18 to 35. I mean, you're having a huge epidemic of women having strokes. I strongly advise you to do the damn research on this. So, like I said, I don't watch Oz. I'm not promoting him, but I do know that he, broaches the point of alternative medicine, and I think that people need to start looking into the idea of alternative medicine. And when I mean alternative medicine, I'm not talking about kookster snake oil. I'm talking about people that have done the research, like Joel Wallach. Joel Wallach has dissected like 80,000 different species. And he tries, he was, contracted by several government grants to find out the causations of different animal diseases, animal ailments, and he realized that it wasn't necessarily what the animal was taking. It was what the animal was not taking. And what Dr. Joel Wallach found out is that the majority of diseases and ailments have a lot to do with mineral and vitamin deficiencies. I'm serious. That's why I strongly advise you folks, listen to his lecture. Now, you don't have to buy his products or anything of that nature. That's completely up to you. He's not telling me to do this. I get no money from what I'm doing here. I'm just telling you about this man because I want to save your life. I mean, I'm tired of people listening to the people in white coats and the doctors, which the average damn doctor age is 57 years old. I mean, give me a damn break. Anyway, thanks a lot, Kahuna Capitalist. I appreciate that. How about 805, Radio Graffiti?
Yo, what's up, Ghost? First time
How you
caller.
doing?
I just wanted to ask, what do you think about going to college in this kind of economy?
Well, I mean, are you getting a full scholarship by any chance, or did Mommy and Daddy save money for you to go?
No, we're taking out loans, but I'm getting a minor scholarship. Not paying
man,
full thing.
What are you going to college for? What are you going to major in?
Marine biology.
Marine biology, I mean, you know you're at the whim of most government grant systems, right? If you want to be employed in the marine biology field?
I want to do research. I want to figure out if this whole global warming thing is actually real myself.
Well, I can tell you. I can tell you right now, it's not real. I mean, I just read on the Drudge Report that Antarctica is having minus 115 degrees Fahrenheit temperatures, which is the coldest recorded Antarctica temperature in recorded history. All right. 115 below, all right? I mean, just imagine how cold that is. 115 below. And yet, global warming is upon us, right? Did you know that it snowed on a mountain the other day in Hawaii? Here, let me go back to Kahuna Capitalist. Hey, Kahuna, did you hear about that snow in that one little mountain area that happened in Hawaii?
You mean Mauna Kea? Yeah, I'm looking at it. Right there, snow-capped.
I mean, that's unbelievable. It's June, isn't it? I mean, isn't this rather uncanny or unprecedented? Well, not necessarily unprecedented, but uncanny for Hawaii in June?
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, it usually, snows around, the November and December time. It's usually, usually.
Yeah. No, thanks a lot, Kahuna Capitalist. I know you're in Hawaii, man, and I know that... you're well aware of Hawaiian politics and ecology and so on and so forth. But yeah, I mean, global warming is a bunch of garbage. I mean, it has been proven that the scientists are in collusion with the government because, once again, folks, how do scientists get paid? They get government grants. And how are they going to continue to get government grants if they pull off research that the government wants them to pull off? I mean, do you get this crap? I mean, the government is the one that's dictating science, and that's why you cannot believe all of science, man. I mean, because right now science is no longer about proving anything. Now it's about theorizing things and pushing that theory as fact. You understand? I'm not joking. I mean, even John Kerry, when he discusses global warming and he talks about deniers of global warming, he doesn't say that they're false. He doesn't say that they're lying. He says, you're on the wrong side of history. What the hell does that mean, you're on the wrong side of history? Exactly what I've been telling you, morons. They have convinced enough people to believe in this crap that they are rewriting history. That's why I'm telling you it is this important to utilize the means of communication of the internet to help shape in the consciousness of people in America and people throughout the world. Because if you don't do it, these bureaucrats are going to do it. And they're going to utilize the state-run media to do it. You're on the wrong side of history. Give me a goddamn break. Why don't you just deny it or just say, no, it's absolutely real? It's not real. It's a bunch of crap. You know what the end goal for global warming is, folks? And I know you idiots don't believe me, but, I don't really care, all right? Those that are in the know, those that research these topics, because it's all at your fingertips if you're on the internet, the goal of global warming is to tax people on a global scale for breathing, okay? Because you have a, quote, carbon footprint. Folks, carbon is a necessity for life on this planet. And somehow this global institution of government and scientific bureaucracy has convinced you morons that carbon is somehow bad for the earth. I mean, do you understand how stupid this goddamn world has gotten, for Christ's sake? I mean, it's stupid. Carbon dioxide is what humans breathe out, all right? We breathe it out. guess what consumes carbon dioxide, you idiots? Trees, plants. They're the ones that breathe in carbon dioxide and release out oxygen, you stupid morons. All right? I mean, that's why I got indoor plants in my home all over the place. I mean, they reoxygenate the whole goddamn room. You can feel it. You can smell it. All right? But no, you got the United Nations, because let me tell you, that's what it's going to fund. All right? This whole global tax on breathing, it's meant to fund the United Nations so it can be the global governing institution of the world. That's what that whole that Copenhagen dumbass environmental global meeting was about. That's what the Kyoto Treaty was all about. It's about doing nothing more than taxing people for breathing so that they can fund the apparatus of the United Nations. And if you don't believe me, look it up for yourself, ass clowns. Area code 248, Radio Graffiti.
I'm serious, Ghost. This is not a troll. It was either that or your second harvest, Johnny Walker. I'm serious. I need to become a...
Man, you were a fruit bowl, man. I'm telling you, you were a fruity-ass bastard. I'm telling you, your mother should be kicked in her panocha. You know, this is what Mexicans call the girl parts. Your mother should be kicked in her panocha so that she has no more children, as far as I'm concerned, all right? Area code 347, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost. Any tips or suggestions on how to properly wrap a tinfoil hat? I'm having some issues with the brim. Can you help me out?
Yeah, let me go ahead and help you out. What you want to do is you want to put part of that particular tinfoil hat inside of a toaster and then put the rest of it around your head and then plug the toaster in, put the toaster on, and then see what happens, okay?
Now,
that's good. Go ahead and do it right now there, jerk-off. You probably need it, all right? Anyway, we got 929, Radio Graffiti.
Boar's Head is bringing a slice of Japan to the deli. Introducing Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. Tender, slow-roasted chicken breast, coated in our signature teriyaki glaze, where ginger, garlic, and a hint of brown sugar meet for a flavor that's both sweet and savory. New Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. The bold flavor of Japan. Now at the deli. Only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
Hey, 929, what are you, sitting on the crapper or what? Jesus Christ, this guy's, I don't know what the hell he's talking to himself, for Christ's sake. 410, Radio Graffiti.
Do it now, lick it good, suck this just like you should. Right now,
lick it good, like this, but I did like you should. My neck, my back, lick my and my crack. Give me a freaking break with that horror song. Jesus Christ. 779, Radio Graffiti.
With these simple rules and instructions, you will be able to keep cool during an attack. Step 1 for building your protective device is to obtain yourself some tinfoil. The longer the roll, the better. Next, we'll measure out.
Next, what you do is you want to take some of that tinfoil, all right, attach it both to your car battery, and then wrap it around your nutsack so you can castrate yourself and prevent anyone else from coming out of your nutsack, literally and figuratively, you dumb piece of garbage. 252, Radio Graffiti.
I play Undertale. I like anime, I watch anime, and I'm not going to say it again.
All right.
Get him out of here, for Christ's sake.
Oh, man, come on. Stop hating on Teutonic Plague already, all right? Good God. We got 682, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost.
Hey, what's up? Sorry, I thought it was 682. I don't know what the hell happened to 682. Go ahead, 863.
Oh, hey, Ghost. It's the RuneScape Capitalist. I'm just all this talk of guns and me just got me thinking about hunting and how I want to know what your opinion of it is, either for food or for sport, and whether or not it could help with the depussification of the U.S. male, because, you know, I'm from the South. I don't want to say where because I don't want to give any info about me.
No, I don't
blame you.
blame you.
It's like, yeah, man, it's like down there, hunting's like, it's nothing. You bag a buck or you bag like a couple rabbits, it's like, oh, you know, it's a nice catch, or it's not as big as the one I caught. It's like everybody does it. It's like I've killed and gutted my
I've
own.
got mixed feelings on hunting. First of all, for sport, all right. I don't mind if you hunt and you're going to eat it. I don't care what, well, except for human beings, of course. Don't do no Jeffrey Dahmer crap. But I don't care if you kill a gorilla as long as you're going to eat it. All right? I mean, that's all there is to it. Now, there are instances where I believe that you should hunt things, not necessarily for sport, but to depopulate certain things. Now, out here in Texas, especially north of Austin, we got a lot of mountain lions walking around out here, believe it or not, all right? And out there in California, they have mountain lions. And the difference between Texas and California is that in California, they decided not to hunt the mountain lions. And now there's such an overpopulation of mountain lions that they're killing, not only they're killing the dogs and cats of people, they're attacking women in their goddamn backyards, for Christ's sake, all right? Now, out here in Texas, there ain't no goddamn laws. There ain't no laws of against killing a mountain lion out here. So if we happen to see a mountain lion in our backyard, we can blow its brains out. And what we've done by consequence is literally taken out the mountain lions and prohibited them. They're scared now. I'm not joking. The mountain lions are scared to approach any urban area because they've seen themselves getting blown away. All right? And we've curbed the mountain lion population a good considerable amount. We didn't extinct the mountain lion, all right? I mean, but we basically made it and forced it to go elsewhere, all right? And that's all there is to it. Same thing with the deer population out here. That's why we have deer season, because there's so many goddamn deers that just walk around all over the place, for Christ's sake, and they dart right in front of your ass while you're driving at about 50 miles an hour, and they total your goddamn car. So in those instances, I understand hunting for sport. But what I don't like, I want to do this. I want to be honest with you. I do want to go out and big game hunt out there in Africa. But then again, it's just, if I'm not going to eat it, I don't understand why I should kill it. I don't understand why anybody should kill something unless it's overpopulating a particular area and it's jeopardizing other living organisms or property or something of that nature. I just don't believe in killing things for sport, man. I just don't. You either are going to kill something because it's going to kill you, or it's fringing upon your property, or you're going to eat it. I mean, that's all I believe, man. I agree too that taking your kids out hunting a deer, hunting some wild hogs or something. We've got a lot of wild hogs out here. If you want to kill something for sport, come out here and kill some wild hogs. All right. They are a complete menace to the agriculture, and they're probably one of the smartest animals, believe it or not, out here in the bush of Texas. I mean, we got a whole bunch of them out here. Anyway, that's a good question. 520 Radio Graffiti.
Here they come, trekking their way across the Germany, lots and lots of Muslim refugees. You'll see big refugees, little refugees, fast refugees, slow refugees, refugees killing refugees. No matter what shape or size, they'll bomb any non-Islamic place they'll find. So have your credit card ready and call right now. Order lots and lots of Muslim refugees at 1-800-SHARIA for Europe. That's 1-800-SHARIA for Europe. Call now.
Oh, man, that's horrible. A Sharia's coming here. We got Sharia law on Twitter, for Christ's sake, man. We got Sharia law on Twitter. Just ask Milo. Just ask Milo, for Christ's sake. Twitter told Milo to go to hell. How about 347 Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Ghost, do you own a gun?
I own many guns. Are you kidding me? I mean, I own handguns. I own rifles. I own assault rifles. I'm glad I bought all these before they put me on some goddamn no-fly list. But you know what? It really doesn't matter. I'll go ahead and put it on my wife's name if they're going to do that. They don't got my wife under a no-fly list, so I'll just go ahead and put it in her name or put it in my kids' names or something of that nature. So they're not going to prevent me from buying firearms anymore, right? And I believe that everybody is in their constitutionally protected Second Amendment right to buy as many firearms and as much ammunition as they want. All right, that's all there is to it. And let me tell you, I walk around with guns in my pocket. I walk around with a gun right next to my damn holster here. I got a couple of holsters. I got one holster that fits the belt. All right. I got another holster that in the winter time, it's kind of a vest holster for Christ's sake. I got a holster also for the ankle. So I'm always walking around with some level of firearm on my person. So just in case anything happens, I wish an MF would do something crazy around me. Because you'd be hearing me being interviewed because I just blew some idiot away trying to do a la snack bar. I tell you that right damn now. 404 Radio Graffiti. Yeah, hello, 404, you there? Oh, Jesus Christ, I guess not, for Christ's sake. Who else do we got going on over here? How about, Jesus Christ, 425, you there?
Hey, Gus. Yeah, I am here. I mean, they're currently advertising in science class about global warming.
Yeah.
Like, he'll be like these politicians are, allowing the oil companies and all that to allow global warming, and he told us to, take notes on it to see if there is global warming. And it's been,
I don't think it's the oil companies, to be honest with you. The oil companies have a lot to lose with global warming. You heard Elon Musk championing, I think it was Norway, that's trying to go gasless as it pertains to their cars and vehicles. I don't think that the oil companies have a vested interest in making sure global warming is real. All right, I mean, they have a vested interest in making sure it isn't real. But it sucks that you're reading about it in science books. But hey, this is the liberal, Democratic-funded education system. You understand that? That's why instead of listening to your teachers in some stupid book, you are here on the internet. Look it up for yourself. Anyway, 614 Radio Graffiti.
I have a story for you.
All right, go ahead.
Well, two people I know went to Lebanon on some mission because
Lebanon, is that what you said?
A pilgrimage, because one of them was cured from cancer and this saint or whatever was from Lebanon. Anyway, they went inside of a mosque because, you're in Lebanon and you should visit such things. Well, one of them had to go to the bathroom, and they went into the basement, and they saw this trough in the floor. So he took a piss, and the other one saw it and was horrified, and he's like, dude, that's their foot wash. 20 seconds after he finished, the entire congregation went into the basement and started washing their feet, and they just got the hell out of there. And later that trip, they went to a...
Oh, wait, hold on, let me... Oh, man, okay, go ahead, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Later that trip, they went into a Hezbollah-controlled area, and, them looking not Arabic at all, they wanted to blend in a bit, and they saw this vendor, and he was selling Hezbollah T-shirts, and since there were 100 wild Yehudis around them, they just bought and put on these shirts, and in order to get to the car, they were just shouting, "Ya, ya, Hezbollah," the whole time, and then when their driver saw them, he was freaking out, and near the end, when they got to the car, the crowd started noticing them, so they had to get out of the city a completely different way. So it was just nuts the entire time they went there.
Oh, man. I mean, what a pilgrimage to go and pay homage for curing for cancer, man. Had to go to the bathroom, went to the basement, saw a trough on the floor, and was like, well, I guess this is the urinal here. Let me go ahead and... It's the Muslim foot wash! Oh, man, I bet you those Muslims, they smelled a weird, tangy smell to that foot wash and was probably like, no, Allah, I could smell Allah. I could smell Allah. Wallah Akbar, Wallah Akbar. Anyway, folks, it's about 5 minutes before the end of the third hour, so I'm going to go ahead and wind down. I hope everybody had a great broadcast. Tomorrow is going to be a Baller Friday, so we're just going to take nothing but calls tomorrow. All right? So make sure you have some subject matters you want to discuss. We're going to be taking your calls all day long. All right? Baller Friday tomorrow. And make sure to bookmark the website at blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And if you haven't already done so, please follow me on Twitter. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost. And if you haven't already done so, folks, please spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Anyway, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Tune in tomorrow for Baller Friday, free format edition. We're taking your calls. Make sure to have some subject matters to discuss. And I can't wait, baby. I love Baller Fridays. I love it. I'm going to get some beer tomorrow. How about that? I'm going to get a whole crap load of beer and start chugging tomorrow. It's Baller Friday. I'm going to get a whole bunch of beer and start chugging. More beer. Woo! Anyway, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Long live the capitalist army, and death to feminism, death to socialism, death to communism, and death to totalitarianism. I'm out of here. Tune in with me tomorrow for Baller Friday. Woo!
Keep the excitement on repeat this summer. Get to Nissan's free-to-choose 4th of July event. Enjoy huge savings on our most exciting lineup ever. Shop ChooseNissan.com and visit your local Nissan store today. Nissan, innovation that excites.
Hey, I'm a helpful Southern California Honda dealer. You might know us from our random acts of helpfulness. Recently, we gave a veteran a brand new 50cc scooter to help him get to his appointments at the VA hospital. And we can help you get around too, with a great deal on a reliable, award-winning Honda, like the 2016 Accord LX, a 2016 IIHS top safety pick with a built-in rear-view camera. Click the dealer locator link to find a dealer near you, and go to SoCalHondaDealers.com to suggest a random act of helpfulness for someone you know.